hear about the fact that I only play single player games and I never play anything with them. And I was like, fine, when Wolong comes out, I'll play the entire thing with you. Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm playing Fortnite, and you're like, it's like a new Riku.
Yeah, he not going for any platinums either. Oh man,
that's a console gamer problem though. You don't have that with PC gamers. Console gamers don't want
here we
to
go.
cry like that. You know?
Here we go.
Oh man, Riku, what happened, bro? Like, what? You just don't have the time anymore for the platinums? Is that what it is?
I feel you, Riku. It's a grind, man.
Oh man. All right. We are live, like my boy Bao said. Like I said, keep that background to a minimum. I think that's greatness.
I'm just moving my chair. That's me. That's actually me. I was moving my chair.
I hear people in the background.
Oh, that's my background as well.
Keep that background to a minimum.
All right.
Ain't trying to hear no make the bed, no go out to the store and get some cigarettes, go get some milk. I ain't trying to hear all that on my podcast, bro. I ain't trying to hear it. I'm talking to all y'all. All right.
I'll open my drink in silence.
All right, yes, we are live. How is the chat doing so far? We got the usual suspects in the chat. Do we have the usual suspects? Joshua, Kogan, Dream Chaser, Cranberry, what up? Sebastian, Salazar Naruto is here too? Oh my goodness. Might want to call you Silas Boruto. I heard you like that series a lot. Heard you can't get enough of Boruto. AC Breaker, all right, AC. Sweet Life of Dio Brando. What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing this fine Sunday evening? We got some stuff to talk about, probably. Eric Tucker. Eric Tucker, is that your actual name? Like, did you just sign up to YouTube with your name as Eric Tucker? I'm just saying.
Some people do that, man.
That's crazy. You got Headquarters. Why couldn't you just add an A to that? Why is his name Headquarters? HED.
Why are you roasting?
Yeah, why are you roasting people's names?
Listen, man, look at this man. This thing is called Urge Crusher. What the fuck is that? Urge Crusher. What you got the urge to crush, my guy? His name is Shin Shin. The freak is Shin Shin. Bro, listen. All right, let me stop. Let me stop getting on these people. And they 4 out of 10 names.
We are not getting any super chats moving forward. And this boy slandering his family. They're spending their valuable time
slandering the chat.
Yeah. You want these goddamn super chats to come through? Keep on slandering their name.
Now, see, that's a good name. JRPG General. That's a good name. Okay, we need more names like that.
It's the most generic name yet. What?
Exactly. See, it's sweet, it's simple, it's to the point. He's a general of the JRPG genre that is not derogatory, by the way, and it's all just good. Okay, so you know, it's great. It's great. It's great. All right. What's this man named Vex Heart? I think it's a Vex Heart. Wasn't there a game called Vex
on PS1?
Yeah, that's all right. What else? I need to go.
It was called Gex.
Oh, Gex.
No, there's one called Vex too.
Is there?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
But Gex, the Gecko game.
Omar. I knew Omar back in the day. He was an okay dude. Omar W. Get them W's, Omar. David Timmer. What up, boy? David Timmer is in the house. Goated. All right. Let me make sure everything is set and ready. Audio levels are good to go. We're about to start this thing on. Of course, this man Nightwolf comes in here. Nightwolf. What kind of name is that? You usually might as well just name it Night with a K. Oh my goodness. All right, let's get this party started. Welcome everybody to HBMP, the JRPG podcast, episode 91. We are going to be live back again on Google Play and your favorite podcast platforms. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened with Anchor. I tried uploading like some past episodes and they just don't do it. So I'm probably just going to have to go from this episode forward. So it's going to go from episode like 82 to 91 on your Apple, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and whatever else had you. Sorry about that, but it is what it is. I'll try to see if I can upload it one more time. If I can't, you'll just see the next episode as 91. So yes, let's get started with these intros. Go ahead, Q.
Oh shit! Hang on, I got call out first. It is I, your husband of dreams, Q. I may sound a little bit different. My setup is a bit different today. But anyway, that being said, we're here for them waifus. We're here to talk about them waifus and all that kind of stuff. Appreciate the chat, unlike certain people here. I see someone already talking about Riser Tree. Goodness, beautiful stuff. It says Q's volume is low. Is my volume really low? Can you guys?
No, it's not that low. Nah, I mean, if you want to punch it up a little bit, but it's not that low. It's not that bad.
Wait, Q, do you say tree?
Oh man,
are you talking about like the number like?
Yes.
You call me out of my pronunciation.
I know, right? Why you, yo, greatness, man. Why are you getting on my peoples like that for?
No,
man?
Actually, no, it's cool. No, I like it. It's cool.
Oh man.
No, you see, the thing is that like my English is a mixture of both like British English and US English because of the whole shift in regions shit. So I do it goes interchangeable. It depends on the setting as well, like who I'm talking to. This is informal for me as far as I'm concerned, you know, except when we start talking about waifus. At that point in time, it's formal. But anyway, let's get started. Come on, move on to the next person.
Thank you for keeping us on. Go ahead, Bob.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the HPMP podcast. Hope you're having a good weekend. Have a lot of interesting topics to get into. So hopefully things don't get too heated, but stick with us.
All right, Devil.
Hey everyone, what's going on? I'm back once again. I know it's been a while, but yeah, hope y'all miss me like I miss y'all. You know, missing y'all like a rock in my shoe, but let's get it going. We're here talking about JRPGs. No JRPG hate, not on this podcast. Nothing but love and respect for that genre. So we can get into that.
That's what I like to hear. Riku?
What up, people? I'm deep in some Wolong right now, so I'm trying to be on the podcast and game at the same time because we gamers out here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So it's Wolong, not Wulong, because I've been saying Wulong all this time.
Wolong. Get it right.
Wait, are we sure that's the correct pronunciation? What's going on there?
It is Wolong. Trust me. I'm the fucking Romance of the Three Kingdoms aficionado here.
All right, well, take it for you.
Try to find someone that knows more about this goddamn lore than me. You won't.
Right, man. Let's bring some greatness to the podcast. Go ahead.
What's up, y'all?
This motherfucker. Like, what the
Hello. Welcome to the podcast. Got some great topics to talk about.
Greatness, you definitely black, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you sound black. Yeah, you're mad.
Wow. Okay.
You definitely black. How does a black person song, Shadow? Explain this to me.
Oh God.
Like a freaking let me stop. All right, we just got Black History Month. Let me be culture. We're on Women's History Month, and let me definitely be culture by what I say, because that's definitely gonna be. You know what? We're in Women's History Month, and we don't have any women on the pod. See, Lady Pelvic's supposed to be here, but you know what? She just decided not to show, so it is what it is.
I didn't know there was a Women's History Month, to be honest. Didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing.
How long has that been a thing? Is it actually called Women's History Month, or is it called something else?
I'm pretty sure it's always been.
Women's History Month.
Yeah, Women's History Month.
Jeez, now we know how much of a misogynist that boy Q is.
Right, like he didn't even know.
Crazy.
The dreams
Cancel Q. Hashtag cancel Q.
Well, you know, some of us weren't, we weren't taught these things. I mean, I'm from a different country than you guys. You guys have a lot of stuff that we don't have there, so it's all good.
Is it though?
Oh man. All right, guys, and you guys know me, Shadow Elite, Mr. JRPG. We out here in these JRPG streets. We're making videos again. Gonna have another video out by the end of the week, talking about this Final Fantasy 16 previews. Got to get back into it. And if you do see my videos on your feed, a new one, make sure you click on it, hit the like button. We trying to get the train rolling again on this. And it's never going to stop this time, because if it stops, I'm not sure if it's going to start back up again, but we'll see. All right. Let's see. What we got to talk about first? I'm actually interested a little bit in this Wulong game. This game Whoa long. I'm sorry.
How's it Wulong?
Yeah, nigga. Whoa long. Like, whoa. This game long. It's really not.
My bad.
Pretty short.
So how is the game? How's the game, Riku? How's it?
It's pretty good. If you've played a Souls-like game, then you should know what you're in for. But this is Team Ninja, you know, the people that made Ninja Gaiden, Dead or Alive, and Neo. They're making basically they're making their take on Sekiro. So if you played Sekiro and you like Sekiro, you're probably gonna like Wolong. It's using lore from Romance of the Three Kingdoms, you know, aka Dynasty Warriors, how Neo used Sengoku history from Samurai Wars. So that's cool. I'm very interested to see where Team Ninja is gonna go next, because since Neo, it seems like all they care about now is making Souls-like games. They haven't made a Dead or Alive or a Ninja Gaiden since Neo. It's Neo, which is a Souls-like, Neo 2 Souls-like, Stranger of Paradise Souls-like, and now Wolong Souls-like.
Riding that
You know they're
wave.
making a game next year called Rise of Ronin, and that looks like their take on Ghost of Tsushima, kind of. But I don't know.
Greatness.
Someone told me the gameplay might be like open area Souls-like, so it might be like a combination of Neo, Ghost of Tsushima, and maybe Elden Ring. But
Got a super chat from Cranberry. Glad to see you guys back. Please keep the train rolling. Let's run a train, boys. Huh?
Whoa. Yeah, I was behind you on that one, Cranberry.
a women's
It's a-
history month. You want to run a train?
You had me, then you lost me.
Crazy.
You know what? I'll be honest.
Appreciate it, Cranberry.
I only found out what run a train means like a year ago. So like, yeah, I'm just saying.
I don't know. Like, let me ask you guys a question real quick. We're gonna get off topic here, but would you guys run a train with, depending on the girl? If the girl is that
With the
good,
boys?
is that bad? Would you guys run a train with the boys?
Lord.
She gotta be really bad.
Podcast conversation. This is not the kind of stuff we put out there. I do say so myself.
On Women's History Month.
It's a little early for the After Dark discussion, sir.
They'll never see heaven. Oh my goodness.
We should add on that more on that later.
Yeah. More to come on that, guys. Both literally and figuratively. All right. So yeah, Wolong is a good game. How is it Wolong? How does it rank as a Souls game, Riku?
I think it's one of the better ones. A lot of people are saying, yeah, it's one of the better ones. It's not one of the ones that you just toss to the side like on some Code Vein shit. It's one of the better ones. If you like the Souls-like games, this is the one to play until whenever the fuck the next. Well, I think
Now,
everyone's
are you
waiting
saying
on
that unbiased? Because we know you're a humongous fan of the lore in general already.
No, I know. I understand that, Bao, and I actually wasn't sold on it at first when I played the alpha back when it first came out and the demo.
Gabbmew, you.
Oh, stop, Gab.
What's
You
the
didn't have to come
Good,
in here, Gab.
Gab, we need a representative for Women History Month. So thank you, Gab, for showing up.
Is it
Oh.
actually Women's
There
History
she is.
Month? Because I didn't even
Yes.
realize.
Well, there you go.
You're
Congratulations,
not
Gab.
the only one.
You are the
the
star.
only now. Mhm.
Q,
Well,
shut
now I
up. You're
feel
still
bad I
you're
forgot.
canceled. Remember?
Yeah, Gab.
Gab, the chat's really happy to see you back, so welcome back.
Gab, you didn't have to come in, Gab. If you wanted to chill, you could chill. Lady Pelvic, on the other hand, she
Lady
gonna
Pelvic, that's one goofy girl right there.
yeah.
I figured I haven't talked to you guys in a long time, and it might be fun to stop in
Might.
and see what's going on, talk some games.
Oh
Yes.
man. Oh man.
No, yeah, people. I would say if you're interested in Wolong, it's on that Game Pass. Go ahead and play it there.
Is that my boy Rick talking about Game Pass?
Ew.
Koei Tecmo got that fat check from Microsoft, so you guys go ahead and just, if you want to try it out, the game does have a very difficulty spikes and learning curves here and there, so take warning. But if you play Sekiro, you should.
Happy Women's History Month from Sebastian. with his
Happy
6.9.
Women's History
Jesus
Month.
Christ.
Thank you, Sebastian. And we got the woman in here too, Gab. We appreciate the super chat.
Let's go. I have a question though. I know you were talking about Wolong. How does it run? As I know people said on PC. It's kind of
I've been hearing mixed things about the Xbox. and
Talk
the
about it,
PC
Riku.
version. Yeah, I've been hearing mixed things about, especially the PC version, which I heard has a lot of stuttering. And this game is very, reliant on the parry system. If you play Sekiro, you understand. It's very reliant on the parry system. So I've seen gameplay of people playing the game, and the game would the frame rate would skip and stutter right when you're supposed to hit the parry button, and it would fuck your whole run up. So that's not good. Hopefully they fix that. Apparently people are saying playing a Souls-like game day one on PC is never the move. Apparently all developers are.
But I thought user error, Riku. It's never the computer's fault or the game's fault. It's always the user error.
I know.
What are you playing on, Riku? What are you playing on?
PS5. What else is he playing on?
No. I just want to hear him. I just want to hear him say the slander. You know.
Oh my god.
No, the PS5 version runs basically flawlessly. I haven't had any issues. The only issue I had was back when I played the demo yesterday. I fell through the floor, but in regards to the full game, I haven't had any issues so far.
I heard the PC port was just like terrible. Not terrible, but the lack of options for it are bad. It just has the frame rate mode and the resolution mode, and that's it.
Troubleshoot gaming. Oh man,
Hate to
That
see
was
it.
definitely not a PC version. That was a port.
Oh,
They did, and they didn't even optimize it correctly, apparently. But
who's behind this game again? Team Ninja?
what happened?
It's cool.
Yeah, Team Ninja.
Team Ninja.
But this is the thing is, Team Ninja has 4 different teams over there. They have 3 that's working on. No, they have 2 that works on Souls-like games. They have 1 that works on the fighting games, so Dead or Alive and whatnot, and then they have another which is working on Rise of
Muso?
No, they've actually never made a Muso game. I want them to.
Yeah.
But it's either Souls-like fighters or some weird new thing, and that weird new thing is next year. I think you're going to hear a lot about Rise of Ronin next year. But Wolong, I would say either pick it up when it goes on a discount or get it on Game Pass. I wouldn't necessarily say this is worth full price.
Wow, really? And the full price is what, 70?
I bought this for 60, so I think I think this is a cross-gen. Yeah, this is a cross-gen game, so it's $60 to get the PS4 and the PS5 version, at least over here on PlayStation. Xbox, obviously, Game Pass and PC. I'm assuming their version costs 60 as well.
Okay.
I've actually got it installed on my Xbox for Game Pass, through Game Pass, of course, the proper way.
Yeah,
I would say I will be trying it out, in the future.
Yeah, I would say this game is worth at least 40 on PlayStation.
Damn.
On Xbox, go play it on Game Pass.
Damn. All right.
That's it.
All right.
So
guys.
it's official. Riku hates Wolong.
Yeah, he's just playing it just to play at this point. Yeah.
It's decent. I wouldn't say it's in my top 5 Souls-like games.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough. All right, let's get to our first real topic out. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how do you put this greatness? What is this? Greatness 16? Is that what we're talking about? Greatness Fantasy 16?
Greatness Fantasy 16. That's the official fan name for it. Kino, Goat, Raw, Fire, Peak Fiction, all that.
Peak Fiction. I don't know, Sway. I don't know about all that, but yeah. So Final Fantasy 16 has a whole bunch of previews going out there in these streets now. Square Enix decided to grace us with a lot of things about the game, and it's still on its track to come out when? In June?
3 months from now.
3 months from now, and we were going to get a demo probably in about a month, probably sometime in April, maybe?
No, they said it was 2 weeks before launch, I think.
Oh, 2 weeks before launch. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
So some of the gameplay that I saw, one thing that I thought that we were past. I thought that us as video games were mainly or mostly done with was QuickTime events. So when I saw them fighting the bosses and I saw those little QuickTime events, and here's the thing about QuickTime events, right? Here's the thing, right? QuickTime events, I feel like if you're gonna do it in today's age, you have to try and make it at least the whatever HUD that you're going to use for the QuickTime event, try to make it look like make it in a way that isn't
intrusive,
immersion breaking, right?
Yeah.
So for example, I'm not a fan of how they have the QuickTime event looking in this. They have the giant square, and then they have this little meter that tells you how long you have to press the square. I think that's a little, I don't know. I don't like how that looks.
Do you not think that that's just early builder, they're gonna iron that out before launch?
I feel like that's gonna be how it's gonna look in the full game.
We got super chat.
Yeah, from Cranberry, $10. Glad to have Gab back. We miss you and are ready for your womanly wisdom during Women's History Month.
Oh man, womanly wisdom during Women's History Month. Gab, let's hear that womanly wisdom about Final Fantasy. What do you got to say?
I actually think it's gonna be good. And this is coming from somebody who likes 14 and 15. I have played other ones, but I haven't beaten a lot of them. But I did beat 15. I got pretty far in 14. I didn't beat the expansion. I know it's an MMO. I like what I'm seeing for this, but I agree with what Riku's saying. I don't really care for QuickTime events. Like, I feel like it should be more cinematic, if anything. Like, take full advantage of it.
Okay, all right.
I hate it, though.
I'm more confused as to why it has QuickTime events because it's done by the combat's done by the DMC5 combat director, and DMC5 doesn't have any QuickTime events, but you can still do like overly flashy and cinematic attacks without the need for it. Mainly just with Nero though, because it like you have to use a certain type of attack with his Devil Bringer or whatever. But like, I'm not like really that upset about QuickTime events because like Yakuza has it, and like I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima, it kind of has it, and I beat Bayonetta 3 and it kind of had it too. I actually had a lot of it actually. It's just I got to see like the full thing, but again, I only watched like 15 seconds of it because I'm not really trying to spoil anything of the game for myself. So
I don't have an issue with QuickTime events. I feel like it's the presentation of how you present that QuickTime event. Like for that, if you're, I mean, I guess I understand Square is the type of company that likes to be inclusive in regards to what type of gamer you are. And if you're someone that is very slow on reaction time, then a fucking meter giving you like 7 whole seconds to press the square button in this crazy impact boss battle fight is, I guess, helpful for them. But like for a nigga like me, I don't know. That shit just don't hit. Maybe on the harder difficulties is like, the time limit is shorter. But everything else in the game, like the actual combat that it had going on, it looks fine. Like Metacritic wise, I could see it being like, honestly, I thought it was gonna be a little bit, before this, I was going to say like high 80s. Now I'm like 86, 87 at most. It's still like high 80s, but like before I was like, this is definitely like at least an 88, 89, 90. But now it's like I'm thinking like 86, 85 at lowest.
Devil, what do you think about Final Fantasy 16 from what you're seeing?
I didn't watch the whole 45-minute clip, but from what I've seen, I'm liking everything they've shown so far. A little bit too dark in some areas. I don't know if this is the video quality or the area they're in. So I'm sure there'll be some more colorful, brighter areas. So it's a little hard to see some things at the time. But yeah, combat looks solid. The QT things don't bother me too much. They look more like just specific boss fights. I don't think like regular encounters you're going to see much of that. So it just I guess it's just to transition you from cutscene to cutscene and during the fights. My only thing is I'm not sure how in depth the combat will be to sustain like the playtime. Because you're going to be playing the one guy the whole time, and I'm just imagining like, would I like to play a Devil May Cry game for 40, 50 hours? Because they kind of lose their luster after, a while. So just hopefully there's enough mechanics and different things you can do, just with the one character to last the whole experience.
Didn't they confirm that this game was going to be like 30 hours or something?
Yeah. It's really?
11 hours of cinematic cutscenes and 35 hours in general.
11 hours of cinematic cutscenes. Jesus
But-
Christ.
MGS4 Part 2?
But he also said that there is side content. So if you do along with side content, it goes up to like around 70 hours if you try to do everything. So,
I have a question.
Yep.
Has it been confirmed that you can only play as the one guy? Because
Clive? Yes.
It has, yes.
It has been confirmed.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Wow. Oh, okay. Damn, this is Final Fantasy? This y'all Final Fantasy? Playing as one character? Okay. Listen, man. Y'all got
still
it.
get party members. You just can't control them.
I am still hyped for the game. I'm with Bao. I'm more interested and intrigued by the lore and the story and the political intrigue that they can possibly bring. But I don't know if this is a day one for me anymore, dog.
Jesus Christ.
It's not a day one for me.
So the QTEs is what made it no longer day one for you.
No, maybe, I don't know. I generally can't tell you. Maybe it's because it's very close by Hajimari, and I'm just like,
that's what it really is, people. That's all it is.
Look, Ellie, hey. Here's the thing, right? At least I can be straightforward, transparent, and with you guys, okay? If it's Hajimari, then guess what? Damn it, it is Hajimari, right? Let's keep it real. When Hajimari's out, do you really see me putting that game down to play anything else?
It's not that Falcom heat, huh?
Yeah. All right.
I mean, I don't blame them. If
I'm just being real with you guys, okay?
If Persona 6 is dropping next to this game, I'm sorry.
The fake thing to do was to say, no, it's not because of Hajimari, and then when it actually is, all right? I'm keeping it real. It is what it is. I'm sorry, people. No, I'm not.
I agree with greatness. If Persona 6 was coming out next to this game, I'd be like, Final Fantasy, what? Like what?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I play 16, but like, if I had to choose, like, yeah, it's gonna be.
I would play. I would just like if I had to pick one to play first, and you told me you had to play that one for like a year straight, I'd be like Persona 6 all day. Fuck Final Fantasy at that point. I don't give a damn. Bao, what are you thinking here, man? What's going on with Final Fantasy? You're a big Final Fantasy fan. What do you think of this 16 as greatness? We'll put this greatness 16. What's going on here?
This is the first Final Fantasy game since, I guess, 13 that I've been excited for on release. But unlike 13, I feel like I will enjoy this a lot. Like Riku said, I am very interested in the lore in this. And the gameplay they showed off, they actually shown quite a bit of stuff that I wouldn't think they would. So you guys are right to avoid it for like spoiler reasons.
Oh, for real?
So even without like further context, the story beats they showed off, I was actually like really into it, which is a very good sign for me. So there's a good chance I'm going to end up loving this. Gameplay wise, I'll break it down like this. Regular battles from what I saw, flashy but not very engaging. Like also enemies don't really do much from what I saw in the demo. They kind of just stand there while you combo the hell out of them, and then like you'll eventually just dodge and then combo them again. So that's kind of but boss battles like the kaiju battles look really fun that you see on screen right now.
I think so. I think the
besides the QTEs, yes, like it's
not
cool.
the QTEs in the kaiju fights. I'm talking about like, I don't know. When I saw the Ifrit walking very slowly towards him, and then you sidestep here, you sidestep there, you do a 3-hit strike.
Like it seems like you have to try really hard to lose.
Yeah.
Well, that actually could be. I don't know. Okay, so Yoshi P said that there's like a difficulty mode or whatever, and there's like traditional. There's like a traditional one where you play it like a regular game, and then there's like another one where it has these accessories that you can equip that kind of makes like the game basically easier. I don't remember exactly what it entailed, but it said like some stuff about like I think like auto dodging or some other like automated stuff that it can do for people. So that probably
are in the gameplay as well.
Like
if you look at the like just normal enemy combat, it also has subtitles on it, like explaining things to you. It's like, oh, if you have this like accessory on, then in regular combat, this QTE will pop up, letting you like dodge enemy attacks and so on.
Yeah, so
like I'm looking at this footage right now of the kaiju battles and whatnot, and you know what it's reminding me of a lot? Asura's Wrath. Like in regards to like, because if you've played Asura's Wrath, not the entire thing isn't quick time events. Like 85% of it is. That other like 15%, you actually control Asura and you run around and you can do some basic, attacks that lead into like the long QTE moments. This looks like it's a little bit backwards where you have that, but then you have these. If you were looking at the gameplay that he has up right now, there is a lot of quick QATs in there with crazy high impact moments. So like
that's true.
I think if you go in there with that mindset, then you should be good, because that was one thing that almost destroyed it for me when I went into Asura's Wrath. I thought Asura's Wrath was a character action game. I'm ready to crank some combos on some DMC shit, and I'm like, all these goddamn quick time events. I was like, what the fuck am I playing? And once I realized what the game wanted to be, I was like, okay, I can get behind it. But for a Final Fantasy game, like here's the thing.
Exactly.
Here's the thing, right?
Before you hear the thing,
Final Fantasy. At this point,
before you hear the thing, Gus, let's get the super chat.
Okay.
Yeah, another $10 from Cranberry. You guys don't sound excited for FF16. Do you
Probably
want a
not.
game more like FF7 instead of all these changes.
Fuck yeah.
No, I
Give us
am.
more
I
Final
think
Fantasy 7.
It's cool.
I'm more excited for that, to be honest, part 2.
Yeah.
But I don't mind that it's different. But I don't know. I just prefer the 7 remake style.
Yeah.
The point is we live in a timeline that we're gonna get both. So we're gonna be good. If you like this one, then go play that one. If you like that one, go play that one.
Also, I mean, 15 when that game came out, it didn't let you control its party members, but then they added a patch that let you did.
And
So
that was bad. That was bad back then. Like we're not condoning that shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I don't really like put much stock into it. I wouldn't be surprised if they let you control other party members like in a post, patch or whatever. So that doesn't.
But it doesn't help us.
But
absolutely not. I'm just saying.
Yeah, the thing about this one is this character definitely looks like he can do way more than a maxed out Noctis could ever do.
That's
right?
true.
So it's like so this game is definitely more in line of what like Nier Automata is, like the character action half JRPG.
Oh god, that another genre doesn't exist. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it is. It's basically that genre of character action JRPG, while Final Fantasy 15 was more action JRPG, if that makes sense. Where character action JRPG is like you have one character and they have a shit ton of stuff that one character can do, versus an action JRPG where like Tales of or like an Ys where you have like a squad of people that can do a decent amount of things, but not like on the level like a Dante or a Bayonetta, And this looks like he looks like he's more closer to Dante and Bayonetta than he is on the other side of the spectrum. If that
Right, he has a different play style for every Acon or summon that he can swap to the fly.
It's like his different styles are different characters gameplay wise that you're using. I think that's just the mindset that you're gonna have to go in. I don't think that this is a game that we will get an update where we'll be able to use the other characters because of how much work they probably put into this one guy. I feel like if they did give us the other characters, then they're going to have to make those other characters just as deep as this nigga, and that sounds like a lot of work that they probably don't want to do.
Well, that's a good thing. They're the ones that get paid for this and not me, so get to work then.
Goddamn. I don't think there's much point, honestly. Go ahead.
We got a super chat from Ricardo Belmont, $5. What I missed? Will I have to burn my copy of the Big Book of JRPGs by Bitmap?
No, you don't. I'm not quite sure what you're talking about, but thank you for the super chat, my guy.
Yeah, going back to like adding more characters as DLC, I think for this is very unnecessary. Just because, unless they let you, no, that wouldn't make sense either. I was gonna say because you see in this that some of the other dominants, the people who have the summons, they are on your side. Like he's traveling with Sid, who's the dominant of Ramu. And I guess you can make like them playable, but that wouldn't really make sense from like a story standpoint. Like why is Ramu fighting Garuda now instead of Ifrit? But
15 had DLC where you played as individual characters. They have their own little story, so I can see them maybe doing something like that.
Well, I mean, the game has an arcade mode, so I mean, they could just make them playable there. So
yeah, like they did with Kingdom Hearts. That crap. Nah, you hate to say
Greatness. Wait, what are you talking about? What arcade mode in Kingdom Hearts?
I don't know. Wasn't there like some type of DLC that let you play at the other characters or some shit?
Oh, Remine? Oh,
yeah. That dog water.
You mean skill issue that you couldn't beat? Crazy.
Oh my god.
Lord. I got another super chat from Uni Warrior Thomas, $10. Imagine putting more playable characters as DLC.
I know, right? Final Fantasy 15 for you right there. God, I hate that game. So all right. So my personal thoughts so far, because guys, I haven't really looked at it much. I'm going to look a little bit more in depth when I make a video later on in the week about this. But my hype level is only increased by so much because from what I see, especially as we already mentioned with the kaiju battles, it seems so automated for the most part. Now, yeah, it's gonna look great. Like you put this on a freaking LG Q whatever, like great TV, it's gonna look fucking amazing. It's gonna be a whole spectacle. But it's like all the damage it's doing. It's like for the kaiju battles, at least all the damage is being done for you for the most part. Like for the kaiju battles, I feel like I said earlier, like you have to try really hard to lose. Like there's gonna be no challenge for it. As for the regular battles, like this one, like we see on screen, that's probably like, yeah, you're gonna have to actually try and do some actual shit for it. But as a whole, when it comes to this is our Final Fantasy now, I'm just like, nah, I'm kind of like, I'm good. Like we have other JRPGs I guess the traditional JRPG setup, Final Fantasy has always been trying to go left or go in a different direction to, in my personal opinion, to capture a wider audience, and they have to because they go a little bit more crazy with the budget and better with the visuals. So it's got to be a return on investment. So they got to make these games appeal to almost everybody. The game, it looks great. It looks amazing. I'm sure the voice acting will be great as well. But I'm just not a fan of all the just having one character to play as, not a whole entire party. They'll be with you, but it doesn't excite me too much. This is Final Fantasy. We don't have playable party members.
That's the thing I was trying to say, Shadow, before the super chat came in. I feel like after Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy, the mindset that you have to go into Final Fantasy when it comes to a new mainline installment for the franchise, unfortunately, you have to come in with a open mind that the next Final Fantasy that they're going to make is probably going to be, at least from a gameplay standpoint, something that you are not used to when you compare it to the prior installments, and they kind of kept that mindset after 10.
Yeah, like for now on, like definitely after this one, like I'm not expecting a traditional JRPG of any sort from Final Fantasy. Like I feel like this is the next way they're gonna go back.
Yeah,
they're gonna go to like unless they want to get back to their roots, then that's probably gonna be the entry they do.
Also take this into consideration. Final Fantasy X came out around the time where they went from SquareSoft to Square Enix, correct?
It's the last game before the merger, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I feel like when it comes to Final Fantasy and Square Enix, and you looking for a traditional JRPG, we all know that like the big JRPG over at Enix was the Dragon Quest. So it's like Square Enix is telling us, if you want a traditional JRPG that is, you know what you're going to sign up for, because all of the other games were like this, not including the 10th installment. Dragon Quest is the game that you need to be playing that for.
Yeah, I understand that they have other games, and Final Fantasy is no longer like that anymore. I think after this entry, I'll be like, I'll make peace with that and be like, okay, whatever. I'm not gonna compare it. I'm not gonna whine for I want party members. I want traditional.
Think about it.
I don't care anymore.
Because think about it. Everybody has been whining about Final Fantasy. Anytime a new installment, a new mainline installment comes out, there's always someone whining, and that's been the case since 11.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. We got a couple of super chats.
Yeah,
I think.
I think just one I missed. $5 from Uniwar Thomas. # shadow skill issues.
Ah man, no skill issues there. Kingdom Hearts dog water, including the difficulty.
You can dog walk out of data battles. That's
and I beat them all. So what are you talking about? I beat them all.
You saw that game over
I destroyed Please. I destroyed every single Kingdom Hearts game. Please, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
What Riku said about going to Dragon Quest for your standard or your traditional RPG, like Phil, I think Square Enix releases enough games like to feed that kind of thing. We get like Octopath, and they're doing all these HD remasters. So I think Final Fantasy is their series they want to like keep pushing and making changes and trying to making it more bigger than before, because I think they know, and we all know, that it can't really grow much more if they stick to the same turn base, which is unfortunate, but it's just what it is at this point.
I mean, that's pretty much what they made Bravely Default for. It's literally just FF5 on crack.
Yeah, but as long as they keep pumping out these, HD 2D games and cool ass re-releases and remakes, I'm good with it.
I mean, looking at Final Fantasy 16 as it is now, from what we can see of the game and everything like that, generally speaking, it makes me wonder who is it made for. As a traditional JRPG fan, who's maybe playing a Persona game and likes having a party and likes taking their time and all that kind of stuff, it's probably not for them, especially, this is a lot really action oriented, I guess. I think someone mentioned Devil May Cry as a thing, or Nier Automata. But then that being said, I knew a lot of people who would not play a Final Fantasy game that would play Nier, that did play Nier and did buy Nier, because of the fact that, one, they liked the look of the character, and two, the gameplay was something that they were more into. And I think a game like this is generally going to appeal to the kind of people that would play an action-oriented game like a Devil May Cry. And kind of blurred because what I'm noticing a lot too as well, and I'm sure you guys have as well. The line between what is an RPG and not has been blurred so much and becoming more and more blurred. Like every game nowadays has stats and level trees and skill trees and all that kind of stuff. So it's interesting. I wouldn't say that I'm hyped for this game at all. And I think I mentioned this in a previous episode of the podcast. I have not been really hyped for this. This wouldn't be a day one for me, to be honest. Like this is a sale kind of game, and who's to say? Maybe I might like it, maybe I won't. But
now wait a minute, Q. Is this because, like, let's just say for the sake of it, it had a more anime aesthetic? It just had like a Tales of Vesperia look to it. Would you be hyped for it?
Yeah, you know that's a fact. Like
Okay.
I'm not even gonna deny that. Like the look of it, this whole Western sort of like knights and all that kind of stuff, kind of vibe, does not really appeal to me to the side, like in the side. And there are games like that do appeal to me. There's some games like that, but I have to like be looking for specifically that. When it comes to a game that I consider a JRPG, and it has that, it's supposed to look anime to me, and that's also the reason I think that I did not like the last Trails game at first. Like initially when I was seeing the footage, I was like, this doesn't look anime enough. I mean, after I played it, I was like, yeah, this is anime enough. You know, there's some cute looking waifus in here.
So
But,
Q, have you seen
Wait, which one are you talking about? Sky?
No, not Trails. Sorry.
Arise.
Tales
Oh,
of
Arise.
Arise. That's what, yeah, I mean,
Wait, what?
You playing on Trails
Arise.
over here?
We're talking about Arise. But yeah, you were saying Shadow.
So wait a minute. Have you seen Star Ocean 5?
Star Ocean
I mean 6.
5
Star Ocean 6. I'm sorry.
Is that the last one that came out?
Yeah, last one that came out. Yeah.
Yeah, I did. We spoke about it.
So that one doesn't look anime enough for you, or is that just like?
It looks anime enough. The problem with Star Ocean is that they've been shit for too long that I trust none of them.
Okay,
Like,
fair enough.
You put Star Ocean on the title of something, and I start thinking like this is gonna be shit. So it's not the look. It's the brand. Like Star Ocean is ruined as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. Yeah.
Got another super chat from Sebastian. If MC was a waifu, Q would buy 5 copies day one.
That's
What
not
do you mean?
true. That's
What
not
do
true.
you mean by
Bayonetta-
MC?
Are you sure?
the
Like
main
main character.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
but then again, like Bayonetta is waifu supreme, and I didn't buy 5 copies of Bayonetta.
Ooh.
Like,
I don't blame you because 3
That's
was
all
bad.
right.
Do you play character action games?
I do.
Action game.
I play a bit of every. Like right now, the peak game, and this is the thing. I think everyone assumes just because I go on and on about waifus, which are sublime. But that being said, the peak game I'm looking forward to this month is the game that Riku's playing. Like Riku's talking about how Wulong is not all that, but I'm pretty sure when I get into it, I'm gonna be like, this game is peak. So
Wait, you played Neo?
yeah, I played Neo. I played Neo 1 and Neo 2, and I love both of them.
And you played
Like,
Sekiro?
I didn't play Sekiro. That was on PlayStation, wasn't it?
It's on
It was
everything.
on everything.
I remember it being on
It
PlayStation
just-
exclusive for a period of time, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. Because
Before we get too off
Activision-
track, going back to 16, something I noticed in passing is that I've seen a lot of people say like they could never get into Final Fantasy or they never try because to them turn-based battles are like unplayable, which is you're an idiot. But anyways, so like to a lot of people, this is like what Final Fantasy always should have been for them, and
it's a nice
if you
chunk of
want to go
Square.
back to turn-based, you're going to alienate these new fans, which is kind of a double-edged sword.
a nice chunk of Square since like Final Fantasy fucking 4 has been trying to turn Final Fantasy into an action oriented.
Yeah, making it more real time.
That's the only reason they even came up with the ATB system in the first place, because they were slowly but surely trying to make their way towards an actual action game. So unfortunately for that side of Square, this is the Final Fantasy they've always envisioned making. And 15 was an attempt at that as well, and so was the ATB. My real question is, now that side is satisfied and they've gotten the Final Fantasy game they've envisioned since fucking 1991, what next, motherfucker? Are we gonna, is this where Final Fantasy is gonna stay, or are you guys gonna continue that this new pattern of you never know what to expect from Final Fantasy? And if that's the case, then what the fuck are we going to expect from Final Fantasy next?
I'd also argue that with this like more action-oriented gameplay, it almost doesn't matter how good you make it for casual fans, as long as it's like flashy.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why you see these quick time events taking like 8 seconds for you to press square. It's like, what are we, retarded?
I'll give you a good example. Maximilian, dude. I'm a fan of his, but he in a video once he said, because he was watching like one of the first trailers of this, he's like, "Oh my god, Final Fantasy finally has like good gameplay." And that I think his specific, because his favorite game of all time is 7, believe it or not, but his specific words was like, I'm pretty sure the devs didn't want their gameplay to be, and I quote, dog shit anymore. Like that's how people feel about turn-based like gameplay. And if you like really examine 16's gameplay, it's really not that deep. So
no, I wouldn't.
As long as it's flashy, they don't care.
I'm not gonna write it off as not deep yet, mainly because I haven't played it. But if the DMC5 director really did make it to where if it's even like a fraction as deep as 5 was, it's probably gonna have some sauce to it. But I have to play it to like be sure on that one. I don't think it's gonna just be like brain dead easy, or I mean, you can probably make it that way if you play on like game journalist mode, but you know.
We got 3 super chats here. We're gonna go through them real quick. From Uni Warrior Thomas, $5. How is Bayonetta 3? Haven't touched my Switch in ages. I'll answer that for you. I'll answer that for you real quick. It's fun, but it's worth the 3. It makes the Switch show its age. Moving on. Cranberry with the $10. More importantly, did Q finish Neo? Hold on to that thought, Q. There's another one for you.
What?
$2 from Sebastian. Did Q finish Mary Skelter or Tales of Arise? All right, you got something to answer for, Q.
Okay, so Neo, yes, I finished Neo. Didn't finish Neo 2. In regards to Mary Skelter and Tales of Arise, I've got close to the end of Mary Skelter and dropped it to live stream something else, so I haven't been back to it yet. With Arise, I haven't finished Arise. I'll be honest with you guys. Like, I've done a lot in Arise, and then I switched to something else. It's the problem of when you keep getting a bunch of free games sent to you. You know, it's just
all right. Going back to FF16, Uni War Thomas with the $2. I love Max, but I disagree with that. And that's all.
Disagree with what? What is he disagreeing with?
How Max said it had like, you know,
there's finally good gameplay.
Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah.
Or battle system, I guess. That's the word. Yeah.
And again, that goes back to the whole casual. So because again, like I've got friends. I remember I had some friends come over to visit me once, and I'm showing them. I think at the time it was I think it was Mass Effect, and I'd showed them other games before. And when I showed them Mass Effect, they were like, "Oh, this actually looks like a good game." Because they used to say to me like the games I played were shit. They're like, "Oh, you only play these stupid games where you have to sit there and click and wait for stuff to happen." And then they saw Mass Effect, and they was like, "Oh, that actually kind of looks good. That actually looks." And there are gamers like that. Those are the people who play games like Genshin, who play games like you know, would jump into Nier Automata and so forth. I wouldn't specifically call them casuals because these are the same people who play Metal Gear Solid as well.
People with low attention spans and low intelligence. You didn't hear that from me though.
Oh man, but I do think like, you know, a vast amount of the casual audience does think like turn-based is kind of like it's a weak gameplay style. It's not that exciting. There's not too much going on screen, and then maybe it goes into a little bit of skill. So it's like they don't think it requires skill, but there's a lot of thinking that goes on to a turn-based RPG. But hey, it is what it is.
What do you consider casual though? Like when you say casual, because when I think of casual, I think people playing shit on their phones. That's why I picked up.
Yeah,
I guess you should more say games that appeal to the common denominator.
Exactly.
But,
yeah.
I mean, but like even then, like I don't know if I would throw like. I guess with turn-based RPGs, like they have their audience the way like they always do, but like as someone who plays like I play like rail shooters. Now that's a genre of games like people do not fuck with. Like they will like that's a genre of games that's just about dead, like for real. Like I can barely name the last rail shooter game that actually came out that like, you know, from like a moderately sized company. But like turn-based RPGs, it's like, you know, some people will be like, oh, like, I'm kind of on it. But if you let them play, like, I would say, like, Persona 5 or something, they would probably just, like, immediately jump on it. So, I don't know.
It all depends. But the vast majority of people don't view turn-based games in a very good light. Like, people will always say that, oh, turn-based has a place. Turn-based is great. You look at Persona, you look at Shin Megami Tensei, whatever else have you. But the fact of the matter is a lot of people don't care for them.
Yeah,
I agree with
Well, a lot of
Shaq,
people
to
won't
be
even
honest.
give them a try. It's the crazy part.
I think that's the thing. Like what Bao was saying, they don't give it a try, and I think if they do, they'll like it because I remember with Lexi when she first saw when we got the PS5, I think she was thinking, "Oh, God of War is the thing I'm gonna play," and then I can't remember. I think the chat was recommending she played Persona, and she played Persona 5, and she was hooked. She was like, "This game is amazing." But prior to that, the games when she saw trailers and stuff, when we were watching trailers for games that were coming out, she was thinking God of War looks like the game she wants to play.
So wait a minute, real quick. Did she ever see Persona 5 prior?
I think she did, but I think she saw the gameplay and was like, maybe not for me.
Okay, see, that's the point. That's what a lot of people think. And then, yeah, you're probably right. They need to play it for themselves and figure it out. Gab, were you saying something?
I agree with what you said. I think a lot of people just like look at the gameplay and think I'm not interested in that. I'm not gonna try that. But then when they find like they have these long, really great stories, and some of them have style, like Persona 5 and Octopath 2, I'll say, because the 2D 3D thing's really cool. But I agree with everything you said pretty much.
Okay.
As I have a perfect example with somebody we know, Lady Pelvic.
Oh,
Years ago,
Pelvic.
I remember this. Years ago, she went on Twitter saying she wanted to try like an SMT game, but every time she looked at the gameplay of the 3DS games, they're like 2D essentially. She thought they looked so boring.
Oof.
Skipped to last year, just having the time of her life with these same games. She gave them a try.
Oh man, see, turn-based just don't look that good to the eyes. We got a couple super chats, or no? Was that?
We got a few. I'll run through them real quick. From Uni Warrior Thomas with the $5. I would argue SRW is another turn-based game that sells well. That's debatable.
Moving on. Really not.
Cranberry with the $10. What games hurt you, Q, that you're afraid to finish them?
Ooh, damn.
It's not about games hurting me. I think it's not really the games. It's the having to play so many games consecutively for such a long time. I've sort of, and some of you can attest to this. I think probably the person who can attest to this the closest is probably Shadow. I've hit burnout with just covering games, and so because of that, I've been struggling trying to get back into it. And I think streaming has been helping with that because having people like interact with me while I'm playing has been helping me actually complete games. That's what helped me finish Triangle Strategies. But it's not that the game hurt me. It's literally just the amount of games I've been playing in such a short period of time for so long. I've just hit a point where I'm just sort of like, yeah.
No, I'm going with the narrative that something hurt you. You're just not sharing it with us.
Last super chat from Sebastian. People attention span getting lower is getting lower and lower.
Hey, you Sebastian, you are not wrong exactly, because I thought like with YouTube the attention span couldn't get any lower, but TikTok came out and literally proved that it could get lower. Because I think it was like
weird because
7 seconds, and then like TikTok got it down to like 2 seconds. It's like, bro, it's bad.
It's ridiculous.
Someone in the chat said, I think it's more of people's attention span is getting less and less, and it's more people's time is getting less and less as they grow up. So that is another thing I think that is fair. Like RPGs typically have bloated in length, and that is just in general a hard sell for a lot of people and for genres sometimes. Like if you're like, only got so many hours in the day, what kind of game, what are you about to play? Like how long do you want it to be? And for a lot of people, you're gonna get a lot of different answers. And for a lot of people, they may not want to, I guess, what they call it, menu battle, turn-based RPGs, and I'm like, I don't think that's fair to call.
I'll give one caveat to that. That really only applies to adults. Once you look at a younger demographic, you can't really apply that. Like I'll give you a perfect example. Mitsuda from Pokemon. He did an interview where he said the way they make Pokemon games has changed. I might have talked about this before, where he said, like back when we were kids, like you had a Game Boy, you had 1 or 2 games, and you just had to play what you had to play. Nowadays, because kids have smartphones and have access to unlimited apps and games, you have to design games in a way that just keeps their attention. So that's why I feel like that argument only really works for adults. And it is more just, attention spans lower.
I also will say, like, the length of a JRPG over any RPG is really like people hear 60 hours. They're gonna be like, I ain't got time for that. Although they'll say like an open world game is like 100 hours, they'll be like, oh yeah, I can play an open world game, no problem. But JRPG is like 90 to 100 hours. Persona 5, it's a problem. It's interesting.
Should we transition to the next topic, which is pretty related.
I
OTT?
think just before that though, I think it's not just the attention span thing. I think a lot of people just don't like reading a lot.
That too.
When they see a lot of text come up, because when at RPGs, a lot of the times, and I remember with my chibi, like the first RPG I got him to play, he at first he saw the gameplay, and he's like, it looks nice. The game was Ni no Kuni, and then he got to a section where it was just text dialogue after text dialogue. And eventually he was like, I want to take a nap. Like,
that happens to me too. Shit, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes hell, I think I happen with Octopath Traveler sometimes. Like, I'll be in a character story, and I'll just be reading. I'll be like, not read, I'll just be listening. I'll be like, I want to take a break. Like, a break from what, B? Like, you ain't do nothing. Like, what the hell? I don't know. Yeah, so, do we have any, lasting thoughts on Final Fantasy 16 here?
I have high hopes. Hope is great.
I can't wait until Clive shows up in Kingdom Hearts 4.
Oh my god.
He's not gonna show up.
I got a question for everyone. Who will be buying it day one? That's
I got a pre-order.
Me, I always buy Final Fantasy mainline games day one for better or worse.
Yeah, day one. Day one here.
I'm a sale person. I'll grab it on sale, not day one.
It depends on how close it is to Hajimari.
Again.
You just exist in a world of Hajimari.
I'm sorry, it is what it is. Hey, I'm keeping it real. That's all I can give you, bro.
Bob, what about you? Is it day one?
Yep.
Gab, what about you? Is it day one for you, Gab?
I don't have a PS5, and I'm a physical person.
Oh, damn.
Ah, man. Oh, wait. This is straight from the ground up PS5, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. True next gen.
Shinko the spray. You see, that's the thing. Now, if it wasn't Game Pass, now your boy would have been day one.
Me.
All right, before we go to the next topic, a few more super chats just came in. Night Fury, take that nap, Shadow. Oh no, we just talked about that, Shadow. No naps
my
today.
god, no naps. We don't take no naps on no weekends. We power through weekends. You want to take a nap during the weekday? Fine, but you ain't taking no naps during the weekend.
Yeah. $5 from Jam Cal X. It just feels like people want to diss a different style of play rather than just simply say, I'm just not interested in turn-based combat.
See, that's also a thing. Like, people, like, they're not interested in turn-based combat. That's what developers are trying to also get away from the most part. Because they know people are interested in turn-based combat. So they want to appease to a wider audience, which is why Final Fantasy is no longer turn-based for the most part.
Yeah,
but isn't that what happens with every type of game though? Like, people who don't like sports games will say sports games are trash or whatever have you. So it should be that we should live and let live. You know, like and I agree with what Jam is saying, but also it should apply to all games across the board.
Well, as much as a hater as I am of sports games, me saying sports games are trash doesn't make them sell any less, as much as I would like that to be.
Same for everything.
I'm a proud hater of sports games, but you know.
All right, another $10 from Cranberry. People spend thousands of hours on these MMORPGs like Overwatch. It's just more digestible because you can play a few dumb matches and tap out.
He's definitely right about that. They get their instant gratification of blood pumping action, and they're in and out of there. And that's all people care about. Their little quick excitement. They don't give a fuck about a build up, a story, characterization. They want the character development, the action, the pew 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 explosions, and then they're out of there.
So how do you explain like TV shows when it was good? Game of Thrones.
I think Game of Thrones is like the last. And another thing about here's the thing. Another thing about a show like Game of Thrones is, and we were talking about this earlier this week in Bao's chat room. FOMO, fear of missing out. Something like Game of Thrones and
cultural
other
phenomenon.
Other big TV shows, even if they have that like barrier of entry in regards to, you have to sit down and like actually pay attention to this story that's trying to set things up. If what you're consuming is popular enough and is everyone in the zeitgeist seems to be like screaming about it, people will, give it the benefit of the doubt, just so they don't. Like I said, just so they're there to talk about whatever crazy shit happens.
Also,
TV, Go ahead.
I'll just say, also, TV is just a passive medium in general, so it's much easier to watch a TV show or watch like movies like consecutively back to back, as opposed to playing
a game. You say playing the game requires work.
I mean,
Here's
okay,
the thing though, it's interactive, so yeah, it does take more work to sit,
fair enough.
take a character, walk around, talk, build the character, do all that stuff, versus a motherfucker sitting there and just watching. And literally, the only energy you're doing is comprehending what's going on the screen. You don't have to do anything other than that. Grab yourself some pizza and a beer, and you're good to go. You know, so I think those are the two main differences between those entertainments. One is more interactive and you have to put more work into it, and FOMO.
Yeah, super chat
Also-
from Sebastian. Oh, sorry, real quick. Super chat from Sebastian, $2. People like Game of Thrones because it has 80085. Oh, he means boobs.
I mean, so does anime.
The first time I saw Game of Thrones, I was like, wait, they putting out cheeks in this? Mm-hmm.
Funny thing is, the Game of Thrones TV show actually cut down a lot of the sex scenes. Because the books actually have a lot more. In fact, the show cut out a lot of stuff.
Same thing with Last of Us.
No, that's all the way back in season 1.
Okay, let's not get too off topic there.
Next topic is related.
Yeah, let's go to kind of related to Final Fantasy 16. So apparently there was an interview with I think it was Yoshi P. He did an interview with Skill Up, a popular YouTube channel, and Yoshi P pretty much said that the term JRPG is derogatory. Is that what is that how you pretty much
what
put
do you
it?
mean by derogatory? What?
In a negative connotation, as in if it was used as a bad thing.
No, I mean like so he thinks that the word JRPG is negative. Is it in a sense like
so?
Or
let's give context to this.
Go ahead.
So the term JRPG is not a real term. That was made up by us in the West to differentiate our RPGs and the ones from Japan, and it was never originally in a like positive sense either. Like if you were around in the 2000s and even before then, games in Japan in general, especially JRPGs, were not looked at fondly. Like they were talked down, had low scores, like their themes were like eye rolling. Like it was just not a pleasant term. Like if you were someone making the actual games in Japan, like you were conscious of what people here in the West were saying in the media. So yes, when he was asked like about, oh, how was it like making a JRPG? Like you just brought that up. It's like, yeah, that's not really a good term. Like we're just making an RPG.
So I think somebody in the comments said that he said 15 years ago. Was it 15 years ago he meant, or was it? Do you mean now?
I mean,
and people are blowing it out of proportion.
I mean, it's a mix of both, because I think the 15 years ago part. I'm sorry, not 15 years ago. What was it? Tetsuya Takahashi, like for Xenoblade, he said something similar, I think, about Xenoblade 1. But then he followed it up saying that he's kind of okay with it nowadays, but other developers at Monolith Soft were still like, we don't use the term JRPG, we use RPG. Like it's not just a Yoshi P thing. It's like he's just saying like in general, Japan doesn't typically use the term. But
okay, yeah, that's true, because I'm pretty sure like they just use RPG. There's no J next to it. And
they'll say action. They'll say action, but that's pretty much it if they want to differentiate something.
Yeah, we came up with the term for the most part. And then we got to the whole thing of what makes it a JRPG. Does it have to necessarily come from Japan and whatnot? Yeah, this is not. I don't think this is a big deal. I think people blew this out of proportion a little bit too much. But there was a time in the past that JRPGs were definitely looked down upon, for the most part, especially in the early 2000s, mid 2000s. Like, for me to say that I like JRPGs, people looked at me like I was crazy.
I still see it now, actually. Just not to as big of an extent. Like, if you like look at reaction videos of like, I guess I don't know, non-RPG players of like Nintendo Directs or PlayStation events, and like see how they react when like RPGs pop up. Like, oh, bathroom break time. Like, oh, what is this?
Damn,
Japanese shit. Like that attitude is still pretty prevalent. Wait. You actively go to watch these things? Because when I watch a reaction video, it's from people who I actually care about their opinions. You watch reaction videos to people who hate JRPGs? Is that what's going on?
I mean, no, but it's not even just that. Like, even if you just watch it live, you'll see people saying that, like, what is all this Japanese stuff like in the direct?
In the chat?
Yeah,
he's right. Yeah, he's right. Yeah.
I see that
Great
a lot.
example of that would be the Shin Megami Tensei stream.
Yup.
I can't remember when.
I was about to say
a
that.
lot of people were very, very mean about it and like not happy, whereas the like Megaten fans were like, "Let's go! Finally, we have something." But a lot of them were like, "It was a snooze. It wasn't good. Like, it's just another RPG." You know what I mean? That was kind of sad to see, but I was happy.
It was when Nocturne got announced and when they showed the little trailer for 5, right?
Yeah.
We got some supers.
Yeah, a couple of them real quick from Acebreaker, $5. JRPG is a slur and Shadow uses it openly. Hate to see it. Hashtag Elite HD party is over.
Yeah, get out of here. You're canceled, Shadow.
Oh, man.
One from Sebastian. I could say something similar to indie games. I remember seeing Soldier Boy making fun of Prey when the motherfucker who made it poured his soul into it. So yeah, JRPGs still disrespected till this day.
But they've never been more respected because like every time a JRPG comes out, I see people like, oh, it's a JRPG, it's great. JRPGs are great and whatnot. Like
That's true.
But however, I will say that when it comes time for Game of the Year season,
then they never win.
Suddenly, they never win or they just shut up. Like I don't know what's going on there. So.
And the only one to win is Elden Ring, and we don't even consider that a traditional JRPG.
Yeah,
but you know what I mean. Like before that, like JRPGs they rarely get nominated. They never win.
Real quick, I don't mean to get too off topic, guys, but Budokai Tenkaichi 4 just got announced.
No fucking.
Are you serious?
You can't.
Swear to God.
There's no way. You lying. You lying.
Hold up.
You're lying.
New topic to add in here.
Oh my God! Shut up! No. We have to talk about this fucking minute.
He's not lying. Oh my.
Wait, no, he's real.
Something. I don't
Someone
know
post
the
that in the
series.
chat for me so I can.
Yeah, somebody posted in the chat. I gotta see that real quick.
I got you. It's right here.
The trailer and everything.
I can't be right.
Splendor.
There you go.
Holy shit! And you know what? You know what's the thing, right? My brother's
Who's
watching.
making it?
My brother's watching the stream right now, and he's a huge Dragon Ball fan. So like, came in the perfect timing. Budokai
The fuck outta
Tenkaichi.
here.
Oh, remake in your face.
So what is it? This is a remake?
So it's a
Oh no, this is Tenkaichi 4.
It just says a new Budokai Tenkaichi.
yeah. It says new
because-
Budokai Tenkaichi.
And it has blue.
Super
You want to throw this up on the?
Yeah,
the
so
thing?
it's gonna be
You want to
cool.
throw the trailer up on the stream for people?
Yes,
Can
Shadow.
Hold on. We're not done. We're not
they
done, people. All right, we're getting a little bit too off
Shadow
topic.
said, "Calm down."
Like, relax, people. We'll talk about it. All right.
We got a big boy Cranberry $20 donation. We should keep the same energy for everything. Japanese movies, anime as Japanese animation only. To me, it's important to separate these things because the culture is different and you understand what you're getting into.
Yeah.
These super chats have been dropping, Shadow. We need to renegotiate our contract here, okay?
What you mean,
That's so good
sir?
for Blake.
What's the Shadow like? Oh, we're not going to get a lot of super chats tonight.
To follow up to what Cranberry said, though, it actually was like an interesting question that I asked because it was like, why is it that RPGs are the only genre that get that distinction? Because like Western platformers and Japanese platformers are made completely different with completely different styles and philosophies, but no one calls Sly Cooper a Western platformer. Like no one says that. Like, no one
Yeah,
says
but
that.
I think the thing is, it depends on the region you're in. So let's just say, for example, maybe someone in Japan is not going to say, they'll probably call it a Western game or whatever have you and so forth. But because we live in the West, we won't call it Western because we live here. So I think it's
but even living
relational
in the
to
West-
your location, essentially. It's location specific.
But even in the West, we still call Western RPGs. We still make that
It's still
connotation.
not an official term. It's still just RPG to us. Or maybe
mean-
like look up, Mass Effect or Witcher. It's still RPG only. So it's just like a fan-made kind of term.
I know, like it's fan made. That's what I'm saying, though. I'm saying there's no one fan makes. What was it? I'm saying no one does like a fan made terms for platformers. It's just like RPGs that get that distinction. And it's kind of something similar to happen with Metroidvania. Like Nintendo doesn't refer to Metroid as a Metroidvania. They use, when Dread was coming out, they used the term exploratory action because it's more descriptive of what you're actually doing in the game, which I guess does make sense. Like because the logic is if you were to sell Metroidvania to somebody who doesn't know what the genre is about, that doesn't tell them anything. They're just like, okay, like cool.
I think it's a fan thing, though. I think it's something fans use those terms to help differentiate the difference between some things, and it also helps when it, like for example, if I'm trying to explain to someone about a particular type of game, and I say, oh, it's an action game, or an action role-playing game, or whatever have you. Yeah, they may think cool, but then there are some people who, when you say JRPG, instantly you think it's got that Japanese feel, the anime looks, that kind of stuff, and it's easier to sell someone on an idea just by saying that. So it's more of a descriptive thing, I think, more so than anything else.
So are we still applying that it's as simple as a JRPG is a RPG that's from Japan, or is it way deeper than that?
I think if we're using it for the descriptive reasoning, as in when someone tells me, oh, I'm playing an RPG, and do they just say RPG or Western RPG, I start thinking of something like Elder Scrolls. Like that's what comes to mind to me, right? A Western thing, knights, that kind of stuff. But when someone tells me, hey, I'm playing a JRPG, Japanese RPG, I start thinking stuff like Tales of and stuff like that, anime look, an anime intro. Characters that look cute and anime-like with colorful hair and stuff like that. That's what I start thinking when I think JRPG, turn-based stuff with lots of dialogue and, some sort of intrinsic story where the world's coming to an end and you have to save it,
Well, because I would say because like a game like Chained Echoes, people wouldn't consider that JRPG, but it is 100% a JRPG.
It is. It
absolutely is. Even though I think it's technically made by a German person, so it's technically not a JRPG. But if you're using it in that, it has to be made from Japan, it has to be from Japan. But no, I think JRPG encompasses a lot more things than just where it's made. It's got to be the style. And there's a whole bunch of other factors that's
it's like Avatar: The Last Airbender situation, right? It's technically not an anime, but it pretty much is.
It pretty much is exactly. I was thinking the exact same thing you were thinking there, Pi. Exactly that.
So there's a feel and look and aesthetic to it.
So we're people
like
just
Child of Light.
Child of Light.
Child of Light.
It's
I'd say the same thing with Child of Light as well.
Because it has, it's like pretty much. I mean, like I said, like I'm not saying I don't. I was basically, I guess my whole question was, it's like, it's just RPGs that get this like type of, I guess, distinction when other genres do have, I would say, like things that can differentiate them either by style or like feel, but they don't get like the, I guess, like the the
regional description.
The regional description. That's all I'm saying. I just always find that interesting as well.
So I think it's because other genres have different descriptions for different things. Like you have with sports games, you have like I think this is like simulation sports and then arcade sports, right? And so if you say, oh, it's a sim game, then it's supposed to simulate the real thing, and if it's arcade, then it's arcadian ridiculous physics and stuff like that. They're different specifically and the description has to do specifically because of the type of game it is. And I think with JRPGs, if you had to describe a JRPG, it would be too long. So that's probably why they say JRPG and Western RPG, because it's
so our boy Talks Gauntlet made a tweet.
Is it?
Yeah, he made a tweet. I gotta pull this tweet up. Let me see. But does anybody remember the tweet? What it was?
Is it recent? Like a recent tweet?
Very recent.
Pull it up. Hold up.
While you guys do that, let me read off a couple more super chats. $5 from Carter Belmont. Thought we just used the term to differentiate stuff, kind of like not calling every robot or mech a Gundam. Good point. $10 from Cranberry. You guys don't think people in Japan call Western games Western? You think they think everything is the same? They don't even like foreigners.
Yeah, right? I'm sure they call Western games Western.
That's
games.
That's not what I was saying, but okay.
Yeah, boy Tarts put Xplay on the timeline, trending topic.
Full blast. He got them, got everybody. This tweet is blowing up right now.
When I looked at it last, it had like 1.5 million views, and I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
When did he post this? Yesterday?
I think it was yesterday. Yeah.
Shit.
Or a day before yesterday, or anything like that. But yeah, this tweet has pretty much gone viral. Pretty much, is this more of bashing Xplay for the most part, for how people just disrespect JRPGs nowadays? Is that what this is, really?
But I think the thing is, Xplay was it was like a subset of the society, in the sense of like it was a representation of what the greater masses thought of JRPGs anyway. Because even though it was Xplay and a lot of other reviewers said stuff like that, most people said stuff like that. Like I remember growing up and kids on the playground saying bad things about JRPGs and calling them crap, right? And they just regurgitated the stuff that everyone else was thinking at that point in time. They just weren't the games that they wanted to play. Some people used to say, "Oh, I want a real game. This is not a realistic game. This is for kids or something." You know, like all that kind of shit. But hey.
So yeah, guys, if you don't know who Tars Gauntlet is, he is a content creator. He makes various RPG content along with other videos, and he made this tweet. I'll read it out real quick. Some people weren't around when JRPGs were being dragged by mainstream gaming press and have no clue why some devs feel slighted by the term. So I want you to take this 2006 Baiting Quados Origins, did I say it right, review from Xplay as an example. And if you go to the tweet, you play it, it's pretty much just Xplay, just completely disrespecting the game for the most part. Going also off on the jiggle further. Yeah,
hey, real quick, is this person bald?
Oh man,
is Tarks bald?
Yeah. He meant Adam Sessler.
Oh, Adam Sessler, yes. Also, Zafer is here.
Well, there you go.
It's Zafer.
Hey guys, we got way too many people here. Goddamn, Zafe.
I can leave if you guys want me to.
Man. Nah, you can stick around, Zafe.
Okay, good. Whew.
So yeah,
Next, I'm sure of it.
So yeah, this tweet has gone viral for the most part, and even the bald guy did respond to it. Pretty much, Adam Sessler, he's been like disrespecting gamers now. He's been on gamer disrespect for the most part ever since the whole G4
thing.
He's
on something else. Like he needs help.
Oh man,
like he's on full on Twitter meltdown the past few months.
Chronically online. That's what
Is he still relevant though?
No, sadly.
Not right now.
No.
Exactly.
For all the wrong reasons right now, but
basically what Bao said. He has issues, and he kind of just came out and said he's against gamers. He never liked us, something like that.
That's crazy
And
because
he-
his whole life. Good.
So career.
Yeah, it's his
job.
whole career. And then with Xplay, I think he could have just said like it was a joke, it was a different time, whatever. But he like doubled.
he
down
doubled
on-
down. Like,
Yeah,
he didn't
he
even
just
have to say anything. Like just
Oh yeah, that's true. He didn't have to say anything, but yeah, definitely what Gab said. He could have just said, "Hey, it was a different time. We were joking around. Yeah, this stuff is not acceptable now, but it was pretty funny back then. That's all you had to do." But yeah, he doubled down on this shit and just said like, "Oh yeah, these gamers are just disgusting and whatnot, and the weebs are bad and stuff like that." It's insane. It's
He needs to double
insane.
down on some road game. Ball bitch. But,
Oh, man.
Whoa.
Wow. Oh man. Yeah, Zafe, what do you think about all this? Zafe, you heard about what's happening with this?
Yeah, and I even watched the clip. That's wild. But I do also remember a time where JRPGs were kind of looked down upon because like that was also during the era where every game was trying to be hyper realistic, and if you weren't realistic, you had like a kiddie art style. It's like, oh, and here we got toys for Junior and stuff like that. Like Wind Waker, everyone was kind of like frowning upon it for not going the realistic approach.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's par for the course at that time period. I do think we're at a time where we've thankfully moved away from that sort of thing, and we're kind of appreciating the more timeless, meticulous art direction. And the term JRPG right now, it's just like a category type of thing. This is a JRPG. It doesn't speak for the qualities of the game or what it's about, since it's such a broad term these days. But yeah, I guess I can kind of see where, like, I think as the director of Final Fantasy 16 is like, we're moving away from that. But at the same time, I'm like, I feel like we're kind of past that era. But
I always did find it interesting that if you look through actual interviews with the actual developers when they're releasing or like talking about an upcoming game, they rarely, if ever, use that term. Like they'll always just say RPG. Like I've noticed. I was like going back through it recently after Yoshi P said it, and I was like looking through some old, just like older games, and the developers themselves never really use the term, and I was like, huh. I guess
Yeah, and like I guess I can see that because I mean like JRPG is just RPG from Japan, so like I don't know. I don't even think that really speaks to like what the game's about anymore, especially with something like this Final Fantasy 16, which is an RPG that was made in Japan, by definition a JRPG, but it's like so different from something like Xenoblade or Trails or Tales and stuff like that. So I mean, I can definitely see them just calling it an RPG. It's not like we call Western RPGs. We just call them RPGs.
Nah, we call them Western RPGs.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
A lot of people do that.
Maybe
Like
that was a moot
Witcher-
point.
Like The Witcher 3, they call it a Western RPG. I call it trash, but I'm just
Oh,
Wow. Yo, Bao, you hear this, man?
I'm just kidding. Witcher's good.
Nah, Bao, get on this, man. You heard this, man? He
I'm
disrespected.
just kidding.
He
Witcher's
disrespected
good.
Witcher.
Even listening just now.
Yo,
I
No.
gotta get my hate off sometime, though. I
Oh,
gotta.
yeah, for that
man.
Witcher slander.
All I'll
Listen,
say
listen.
is that you can't hype up mid like Kingdom Hearts and then
Lord?
slam.
Oh!
To be fair, Bal, to be fair,
skill issue.
Kingdom Hearts has like what 3 good games, so I guess that's something.
Even
like
that's kind of
15?
pushing it.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
might
know,
be
it has
pushing it a
like
little
10
bit,
good
you know.
games. It has 10 good games. Now I'm hearing skill issues. Y'all got filtered by them bosses. That's what happened.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Anyway, I think the moral of the story is that genre is dumb. It's got to go, but that's a whole other topic.
All
Here's the
right.
thing, though, right? We're at 180 something
Here's
people.
the
We need
thing,
more
right?
likes than this.
Come on, we're not even 100 yet.
True. I was about to say the
Like that.
same
Under
thing,
100
Q.
likes,
I was
almost
about
180.
the same
Come on,
thing.
people.
You see, it is crazy how Shadow put up a poll that said, "Did you hit the like button?" And niggas have the audacity to use their energy instead of hitting the like button
Dang,
to
I mean, it's
go
like,
on
huh?
the poll.
You know, viewers, that little
But y'all
thumbs
got
up button-
energy. They obviously have energy to hit no on the poll, but they don't got energy to just scroll that
Dang.
mouse just a little bit over to the left and hit the thumbs up.
Yeah,
y'all
the
from petty.
little
Y'all
thumbs up,
little
just
petty
like-
for that.
If you haven't clicked it yet, just click the thumbs up button. Just see what happens, guys. Just see what happens. You know, just give it a little click.
Y'all petty, bro.
I didn't even think about that, Riku. You 100% right.
That's top tier pettiness right now.
Wait, I have an idea.
What's the
If
idea?
you like women and support Women's History Month, you'll hit the like button.
Man,
Yeah,
oh
guys.
man.
We
He's
just
trying,
gotta
to bring,
go down.
he's trying to bring the
Success rate.
misogyny out of all of you.
Dang.
The fact
Also,
that we
I had
gotta
to do
go
like
that.
a double take because I've literally never heard Gab speak one time. I was like, "Who is that?"
What the?
Oh man, I don't think you guys ever met.
But
But
thumbs up, guys.
yeah, hit that like button, guys. Come on now, let's get to 100 likes on the stream easily.
Yeah, come on, people. At least the 3
Easily.
digits. Give us
Easy
that.
We're almost close to 200.
Yeah, just
watching
5 more
now,
people.
so
Just
you
hit
can
that
easily put
button.
it up.
Hit the like button. Just see what happens.
All right, so do we want to talk about this Dragon Ball Z real quick, or because
No, we
y'all?
want to talk
Yeah,
about Bleach.
so about that Budokai life, right?
Oh, Lord.
So your boy grew up on that Dragon Ball Budokai, you know, that goodness, right? And I'm just saying, I was that guy who would enter my combo and wait and let people watch the whole animation as I flexed in the background. I'm just saying, we are here for that Dragon. Shadow, where's the trailer? Come on, man, get it up there. I know it's there. Okay, good, perfect. So, about that Dragon Ball Budokai, it's been a while. I've been saying they need to bring it back. I'm not a fan of Xenoverse. Not really a big fan of that.
Fuck you.
Yeah, whatever. Kakarot was good, right? And
What?
Budokai-
Wait, hold up. Kakarot was good, but Xenoverse is no? Man, you're goofy. You're goofy.
Kakarot was brilliant, right?
Oh, wait.
No, it
Both of them
wasn't.
are trash,
No, it wasn't.
honestly.
Stop this.
Kakarot was
Someone
brilliant.
cut his mic off.
It was. We are allowed to like different things here. I'm just saying.
Not if
Kakarot-
it's Cyber Connect. No, you're not.
So yeah, a new Dragon Ball fighting game, Budokai Tenkaichi, has come out. Apparently,
Breaking news.
It's breaking news. Just happened. So I don't think we have much information about this, but we just know it's a new Budokai Tenkaichi game, and I rather would have took a Budokai 4, but whatever.
What is this? This is Ultimate Tenkaichi 2. Oh
I
God.
think it's gonna be Budokai Tenkaichi 4, but they're sort of rebooting the series with the name. Because if they've got Super Saiyan Blue in there, then it's gone past what Tenkaichi 3 was. So it's technically Tenkaichi 4, but they're just not putting it in the name. You know, a lot of games do that.
So wait a minute.
Or it could be Ultimate Tenkaichi 2, which
I do wish
hope
Blake
God
was
it's not.
here because he's on that old Dragon Ball Z game sucked and the new ones are better wave.
So wait a minute, I don't understand this.
I got a better one.
Hold on, we have Fighter Z.
Anime game that's not Dragon Ball.
Yeah, we got Fighter Z, and that seems to be a really good fighting game. We also have Xenoverse, even though I don't think Xenoverse is that great, but it's got its audience in it, and there's a lot of characters in there. What does Budokai Tenkaichi do that's different from at least Xenoverse? I don't understand.
Xenoverse has been known to be trashed there due to its terrible.
Oh my god!
Xenoverse is an MMO.
It is,
but it's a fighting game. It's still a fighting game. Like isn't it?
No, it's more MMO. There's a lot of grindy crap in there that most real players don't appreciate. Tenkaichi is gonna be quiet, Riku. Right, so Tenkaichi is gonna be a proper RPG where you, proper fighting game where you unlock characters. At least that's what I'm assuming.
You unlock characters in Xenoverse.
It's not the same. It's grindy crap, right? The point is not about playing as the Dragon Ball characters. It's about training with them, getting abilities for your created character that looks kind of crap. And
you say that where I could probably beat you with any of the cast of actual Dragon Ball characters you use in any of your created characters. So no,
yeah, because the
that's
game
one act.
You will beat me in it because I won't be playing it, even though I own both.
No, I realize that anyone that calls it trash inherently sucks at the game. Like they literally did not even try to understand the mechanics, and that's literally every single person I've talked to. They don't even know the basics.
Relax.
They don't even know the basics of Xenoverse.
Calm down. We got super chats. Let's get to the super chats.
True. What does the super chat say? Someone can read that one out.
Sorry, I muted myself. Acebreaker, $2. We know Legacy of Goku 2 is the GOAT.
No.
Wait. Let's hold that one for after. I think there's a super chat.
Oh, another one. Sebastian. People like Budokai really be starving for some mid. Damn.
Yeah.
Let's delete Sebastian.
Keep him in there. He's spitting.
Legacy of Goku
I'm out back.
is GOAT. It is Legacy of Goku is GOAT, by the way. That game is class. You know, just putting that out there.
Oh man, yeah, Legacy of Goku 2 was good, but still, I say Budokai 3 was the best until Fighters came out.
And then I know Budokai 4 is gonna be the best. I'm just saying.
No, Budokai Tenkaichi. I don't know about all that.
Well, it's technically 4, man.
There's 2 different series, Q.
Yeah, I know,
I know
right?
there's 2 different series, but you know, I mean,
it's like Fighters, Budokai Tenkaichi, Xenoverse. Am I missing one? I don't know.
Like if you want to talk about a mid 3D Dragon Ball game, and talk about Raging Blast, okay?
Yeah, that wasn't great. Yeah,
that was not great.
Or fucking what's the other one that called?
They've got one that just came out recently. I think it's like an MMO. No, sorry, a battle royale. Don't they have a battle royale?
Breakers.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not mid. That's trash. That's just
that's not a battle royale. That's like Dead by Daylight. You're like,
that's a Dead by Daylight.
Where's my Bleach game? Just where's my Bleach game?
Also, how do you say this name? Salaz Naruto 52 says Boost Fury is greater than Legacy of Goku 2, and I agree with that. Boost Fury was better than Legacy of Goku 2, so quality, class.
So we'll all get just hyped for this new Budokai Tenkaichi. We really want to. We were asking for a new Budokai Tenkaichi. Is that the whole thing?
Yeah. I hope the roster is big. Hope the gameplay is evolved from where the series left off.
Man, I can't
make it moddable because the mod scene for Tenkaichi is nuts.
They already made like a Tenkaichi 4 with mods.
Actually, they did. There is a Tenkaichi 4 that you can play.
Yeah, because I'm subscribed to this guy. I think it's like ROM style or some shit like that, or like he plays it all the time.
But it doesn't look like this. You look at the graphics on Goku right now on that screen. Ooh,
yeah, I mean the graphics look good, you know, as you would expect from a current gen game. So,
another bad Dragon Ball 3D game was Battle of Z. That was a bad one.
I don't remember that one. That sounds familiar.
I don't remember that either.
That was back in 2014. It was a little bit before Xenoverse.
Really?
But after
2014?
Yeah, it was 2014. I'm looking at the Dragon Ball games right now. Battle of Z was 2014. Xenoverse 1 was 2015. Xenoverse 2 was 2016. Fighters was 2018. And then
Wait, did you just say they released Xenoverse 2 a year after the first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
It was only a year?
I don't remember that.
It was?
I think they closed down the servers for part 1 right after 2 came out, if I'm correct.
I know. Listen. I love Dragon Ball as much as the next person, but I'm good on this stuff. Who the freak is snorting?
I almost sneezed. I almost sneezed.
Damn, bro! Like
in the mic.
Mute your mic, god damn it, bro! We don't want to hear that.
Etiquette.
God damn, bro! Come on now.
Use that push to talk. It's an underrated feature.
All right.
Crazy.
I'm gonna sneeze in the mic. Dragon Ball makes me allergic because I'm allergic to mid. So
Wow.
You just said you like Bleach. Who is this man?
Here you go.
Force him in his glass. I mean,
It's okay. I get it. Bleach was too high concept for you. I get it.
No, Bleach was the weakest of the top. Boy, Shadow.
Man, if you don't knock it off, anyway, no, we're not gonna do it.
If it was when you look in the dictionary and you look up the word mid, Bleach is right there.
All right, we haven't gotten to Octopath yet. Let's
let's just go on. Let's move on.
Don't think I've seen that, man. Whatever. No.
Oh man. All right. So yeah,
let this man cook.
That's Dragon Ball. Let's move on to Octopath Traveler. It came out about a week ago. I think most of us, maybe some of us, has gotten our teeth on it. What are we thinking here of this game? Bao, I think you played it, or are you playing it?
Literally just put my Steam Deck into sleep mode after a session. I played the original. I played this as well, of course. Liking it a lot so far. They improved on some aspects of the first game, but in my opinion, the first didn't need much fixing in the way. Just some slight criticisms. I think I now have 6 of the 8 characters recruited. I haven't been playing like that much, so I'm still not like at everyone's chapter 1. But I like this cast overall. Throne's awesome. I just met Hikari. He's cool. What was I about to say? One thing, I'm kind of surprised. So far, they made this a lot easier than the first game, which really took me for a loop. Like I have had no trouble so far in this game. I have not been close to death. But the first game, if you remember, bosses could take a while. There was like a real chance of you dying if you like just play stupidly. So that, not sure how I feel about that so far. But in terms of like the sprite work, everyone has more mechanics now. All that's really good, and I'm enjoying the game so far, and I can't wait to see where things go. But the criticism that a lot of people had with party members not like interacting with each other, that's still here. So if that bothered you about the first game, then shot of luck. Personally, wasn't a deal breaker for me since it's like 8 individual stories. I don't really need it, so I'm good.
Wasn't that like one of the first things they advertised with this? They're like, "Oh yeah, we fixed it, guys."
Pretty sure they did, and people just ran with that for some reason. Because I went back to look and couldn't find it.
Yeah, I remember hearing that from word of mouth. So yeah, it definitely might have been one of those situations. But yeah,
Not gonna lie, you saying it's easier sounds like my type of game.
Oh, I will say though, they've added a couple party like interactions, like in battle. Like if you get like if you target a weakness, a character will go like, "Oh, nice work, whoever." Like little stuff like that.
Yeah, like flavor text. Honestly, right. I didn't even think the first game was that hard. Like I maybe died like once, and it was at like that terrible boss that could like stone your whole party. Awful boss fight, but other than that, I don't think the first game was even that difficult. But you said this one's even easier though.
Yeah, and I haven't had to grind yet. I didn't grind the first one, but a lot of people said they did, so take that as you will.
It's like one of those, if you do like the side quests, Jake, you're fine. Because I did the side quests and I never grinded.
Skill issue.
I felt like I needed to grind, I'll be honest. But I also don't think I did all the side quests, but it's been years, so at this point, I don't remember.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah, again, maybe it's just one of those situations like that, but yeah.
I got a few more super chats real quick. I don't know if I got this one. Sebastian Breakers is A55, but I played over Falcom trash. I'll watch your mouth. Next one, a couple from Nemo Propaganda, $4.99. Only half of Riku's avatar showing. The disrespect. And then he followed up with, my bad, it's Bow. Yeah, only half avatar showing because we got like 10 people in here.
Yeah, he came in and messed up the whole set.
Next super chat from Sebastian again. Gonna dip. Good stuff, bound friends. Good night. Good night, Sebastian. Just watch your mouth about
Good night,
Falcom,
Sebastian.
motherfucker. All right, no Falcom slander. All right, continue.
No Falcom slander, people. Let's calm down. Y'all know that if they really don't deserve it. There's a lot of shit games out there that do.
Oh, one last thing. I can't believe I didn't mention this. This game is gorgeous on a PC. Oh my goodness. Like every single time I've loaded this game up, I just have to stop and go, wow, this is freaking beautiful.
Yeah,
I'm
I
so
think I
glad
want
they
to
left
get
that stinky Switch, huh, Bao?
Man, oh man.
It's playable on small screens like the
Clear.
Switch, but it is night and day.
When I played
4K
Project Triangle
120.
Strategy, the demo on the Switch, that was HD 2D, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah.
Why did it seem a bit blurry? Was
It's the Switch. It's the Switch.
Yeah.
I'll say Triangle Strategy, like visually, is the weakest out of all the HD 2D games. Like the backgrounds in particular were kind of blur-ish. So I get what you mean.
that's
Yeah.
By the way, Bao, have you played it on Steam Deck?
Yeah.
How does it look on the deck?
Looks great, runs flawlessly.
You know, I couldn't help but notice Shadow, you made like a whole review for Octopath Traveler 2, and I was like, whoa, a Shadow upload? What is this? And I saw that title, I'm like, oh snap. So I'm kind of curious as to your thoughts. Don't mean to like steer the ship of this podcast, but like I'd like you to, follow up on that,
Shadow here.
Oh, good talk. All right. Well, it's fine.
Boy ran away.
It's fine.
Well,
Didn't really
I'm
want
the
to
host
answer anyway.
I guess I'm the host now. So, has anyone else played Octopath 2?
Nope.
Well, good talk.
Well, I will. Since no one else has played,
Have I been on mute this whole goddamn time?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I was on mute.
Was here this whole time.
I was on mute this whole time.
Like that.
My bad. Okay, yeah. So yeah, first of all, that's not that video. It's not technically a review. It may seem like a review. It's not technically a review. Okay, so yeah, for this game, I am enjoying it a lot. I don't think they changed up too much from the first game. It's not necessarily a bad thing per se. The visuals have been upped a lot. The sprites look a lot more crisp. The backgrounds, the use of depth of field, the blur effects, it looks pretty freaking good. And as Bio already said, on a PC, oh my god, it looks so good. Like, yeah, I literally had to like stop sometimes just to be like, damn, this game looks good. And then I'll look at it on the Steam Deck and I'll be like, it looks whatever. It just looks whatever at this point. Yeah, I don't think you can truly appreciate this 2D HD style without being at least 1080p or higher at the very least. You can't like.
It's not badly off.
It's not it's not off. It works. It's fine. You just can't appreciate how good 2D HD is on a portable screen. You can't. You can't.
Didn't they say the Steam Deck is like weaker than a PS4 Pro or something like that?
Well, I mean, it's a handheld, so I'd imagine so.
I'm saying, like, that doesn't surprise me if it's not like, giving like a full potential.
It runs fine. It's the resolution. You really gotta see it on a huge screen to really be like, holy crap, this looks really good. Yeah. Like, I mean, maybe you could say that about most games. No, it doesn't look blurry. You could probably say that about most games, but like this game with the sprites, like to see how small they are, but how crisp they are at the same time, it's like, oh man, this really looks good. And then you got all the particle effects going off in battle. It looks really good. As far as the story setup, they didn't really change too much. These are isolated stories for the most part. They did have more character banner in the game. So when you start a character's quest, there'll be like a Tales of like skit, like before some events, so it does give you that sense that they are traveling together. You also have character side stories between two characters that will take place, and they'll just talk about like maybe a treasure they're going to find. I know I found one between Throne and Temenos, and then I did another one with Particio and Oswald. So and it's all fully voiced, so that adds to it. But I will say at the same time, it kind of like acts as a double-edged sword because it's like the character banner and whatnot is good. Wait. I just lost my train of thought. Yeah, the character banner and whatnot is good.
Good, bro.
Yeah. I don't know. I got a message and I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? Yeah. The character banner and whatnot is good. It just makes me wish the story was more connected as a result. As far as the gameplay, new additions to gameplay, you have latent powers for each character. They all have they all have a different ability that they can use in battle. Like one will max out their boost level. Another one will any attack they use will break an enemy or take a shield point off from the enemy. It's like small additions. It doesn't do too much, but it makes the battles a lot more better, a little bit more engaging. It's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And they tried to address some things with it, but if you didn't like Octopath Traveler 1, you're probably not going to like Octopath Traveler 2 as well. I think there are some people that did say they didn't like Octopath 1, but they're enjoying Octopath 2. So it just depends. I would say, like, as far as the sequel goes, it doesn't exactly knock the ball out of the park. Like, the perfect sequel, in my opinion, or perfect follow-up game, in my opinion, is Persona 5. This one doesn't really go that far into being a worthy follow-up game. It's a worthwhile follow-up game, I guess you could say, but it doesn't really just go that extra mile to be all that different. And which, if I like the first game, why am I gonna want them to change up so much for the second game?
Yeah, and I do think a lot of what they didn't change is because it's a stylistic choice. Like, they don't have interconnected story because they don't want to. It's about the different journeys and stuff. And I don't know. I guess this is just one of those. I think this is going to become one of those acquired taste little franchises if they continue from here on out. I think it's nice to have something a little different,
Is this a game that you need to play the prior game for?
No, you do not need to play the prior game. You can jump into either one. It doesn't matter.
And you slightest.
Yeah, nah, you're good.
Okay. So it's just jump in and enjoy as much as you want.
Jump in and play.
Okay. I might actually install it on my Xbox later today. Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking of getting it too. I just haven't gone around to it yet.
It's not on Xbox.
2 didn't come to Xbox.
It's a Game Pass, Is that
Octopath 2?
No, I got Octopath 2.
Octopath 2 is nowhere on Xbox.
Yeah.
Octopath 2 is on Xbox.
Copium for you, Q.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'll figure something out.
Quick super chat. I miss $5 from Cranberry. Shadow taking his name literally. I think he was talking about when you're muted.
Yeah, I had no idea I was muted. I was like, how the fuck did I get muted? Nah, I don't know.
All right, we're caught up.
So, what is it sitting at on Metacritic right now?
80 something. 80. What was it, 84, 86? It was one of those.
Not surprising.
Yeah, I think the first game was in the 90s, I believe.
No, it wasn't.
There's no way. Yeah, I was gonna say, ain't no way.
Was it? Oh, okay.
No, the fuck it wasn't.
I thought it was.
The game is priced nice, though. I'm just.
Do you guys want to talk about how it's performing not as well? People think because it's not marketed as well as it did because it wasn't like a Switch exclusive or whatever.
No,
but
Game Pass. That's the reason why it's not selling as well.
Or maybe Square Enix isn't pushing as much as the first game. But
I welcome sales numbers.
No, we don't.
I think I've seen conversations on Twitter, but not. I don't know if it's official.
It sold 86K in Japan, but again, what is? That's not.
Yeah. So Octopath Traveler 1 has an 83, and then Octopath Traveler 2. At least if we're going by the PS5 version, it's an 86, which is I think that's the highest.
Yeah.
I thought 84, but that's the Switch version.
Looking it up.
Yeah, the Switch version.
Octopath 2 has Octopath 2 78,000 sales across all systems, which is a 30% drop from the first game. With the Switch version in particular, dropping nearly by half sales.
So
on other systems.
So wait, are we saying that they gave this the World Ends With You treatment?
I don't think it was quite that bad.
It wasn't that bad.
That game got no trailers.
Oh, brother.
But you guys welcome the multi-platform release, so let's get that live alive on everything. Let's get that Dragon Quest 3. So let's not strand these beautiful HD 2D games on that stinky Switch. All right, let's put it on everything.
What if they sell less?
It's over there rolling in his grave somewhere.
No, fuck them.
I also
want the best version.
Sweet Life of Dio is sequels usually sell less, which I agree with. And Octopath 2, it did just come out, so I think if we want a better idea of sales numbers, maybe we'll wait until a month at least. Just to get
it is a busy period. There's a lot of games right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of games right now.
So yeah,
they'll be okay. They'll be okay.
Yeah, they'll do better than The World Ends With You.
They'll be okay. I love Tui, but it'll be okay. It's fine.
Yeah. It failed twice, but it's cool. It's fine. I don't care. It's fine.
I mean, maybe I'm a bit jaded, but personally, I am completely fine with Tui not being a franchise. Yeah, I'm completely fine with that.
I guess that makes one of
Fine
us.
with a game you like selling terrible.
I guess that makes one of us.
Hey man, you got songs in theater rhythm, so it's doing something right.
Yeah.
Maybe to answer your question about maybe this might be me just being jaded and old, but like I said, I'm fine with stuff just not going on forever. So
Kingdom Hearts? What? You like Kingdom Hearts, sir? It's going on. It's kids going. What are you talking about?
And I said before, Kingdom Hearts end.
I do think you have a good point. I think a lot of people today could stand to just let good things end sometimes.
Like,
Kingdom Hearts.
I'm a huge Sly Cooper fan, and I still see people asking Sucker Punch to make more Sly Cooper games. But the fact that they don't want to make them anymore. They said they don't want to make them anymore.
Yeah, that said though, with the World Ends With You, you know, I would have been fine if it stopped at 1. Now that we have 2 and 2 ended the way it did, I think now it's like, okay, well now I kind of need more after that ending, but I don't want to get too sidetracked. That's a whole other topic, but you know.
Okay. All right. So, any more Octopath Traveler 2 talk? Greatness here? Anybody?
No one else has played it but us.
Oh man! So and then we talk about bad sales, but we the only 2 that played it out here in these streets.
Hey, watch your fucking mouth. You still ain't finished Xenoblade. Don't talk about.
Oh my god! Hey, at least I got Xenoblade. At least I supported Xenoblade. At least my sale went towards the sales numbers, sir. Okay.
No. But here's the thing, Shadow. Here's the thing, right? We gamers. We not consumers. Yeah, you gave me the money, but did you play the game?
Well, we may not have played it, but who said we didn't buy the game? I mean, I'm saying I didn't buy it. I mean, I didn't buy it. But, you know.
You still didn't beat Xenoblade 3, Shadow?
Crazy. Let's talk about it.
Moving on.
Got past the chapter 5 events.
Moving on. As I said, any more to talk about for Octopath Traveler 2 for this game? No?
How long is it?
If you're interested, you should pick it up.
Question, Shadow, is that Thief Lady best girl? I kind of like her design.
I would say she is so far.
I'd say Adnia is pretty good too.
Waifu.
Yeah, Adnia is pretty good too.
All right, that's what me and Q wants to know. All right, good
but I did start off with her, so yeah, she was my starter.
Important questions. Yes, very nice.
All right. Our next topic. We want to talk about this Pokemon stuff.
What Pokemon?
What Pokemon stuff?
Oh man,
we can briefly talk about like what we saw. I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with the direct.
They
All right,
spent,
hold
like,
on.
most of the direct talking about mobile shit.
all right, hold on. Let Bao go off. Go ahead, Bao.
Not much to say. I'll just say 2 new Paradox forms. They're okay. Although the Orizion was a bitch to catch for some reason. Like you said, a bunch of mobile stuff. Pokemon Sleep, strangely enough. I just thought it was a cute little trailer. So it was fine.
Now, Riku, it doesn't mean you can sleep with the Pokemon, so don't get too excited. All right.
Moving on before Riku has a chance to say anything. The big thing, obviously, was these DLC expansions with Scarlet and Violet. I like them from an aesthetic standpoint. Not much else I can say about that, since we didn't like see much else. The new Pokemon look cool. I will say the puns for like those 4 festival Pokemon are like the best ever. Kudos to Game Freak for those. And other than that, it's kind of it.
Oh man,
but it was fine. It wasn't bad. Wasn't great. It's fine.
There's a super chat in there that says it clearly. Beastbreaker saying Pokemon Direct was, well, I don't like to use too much language.
I'll say it's fucking garbage. Yeah.
We gotta actually like put some like thought into these super chats. So let me read this one. All right, super chat from Acebreaker, $2. Pokemon Direct was fucking garbage. Wasting my time.
Let me know. Hold on, Acebreaker. For those that don't know, hyped himself up for like satanic prayer circles and everything for a new Pokemon mystery dungeon that was never promised, and he was salty in his feelings all day because it wasn't announced. So Ace is not an unbiased speaker here.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. When they were making the announcement for Pokemon, what do you call it? The sleeping thing. They said like, oh, you know what? You've been asking, and so who's been asking for this?
Everyone's been asking because the game dropped off the face of the earth for like 4 years.
What game? What game?
Semantics. The app.
No one's been asking for this, Bow. I don't know. I've not heard anyone.
People were asking where it was because it
Who
disappeared.
Hey,
I haven't seen people on Twitter going like, "What happened to Pokemon Sleep?"
I didn't even know this was a thing until they said
You're not a
You've been
Pokemon
asking.
fan.
I am
Really not.
I am a Pokemon.
Really
No,
not.
that's
Really
so,
not.
that's so silver. That goes crazy. Hold on.
I'm telling you.
Yo,
So-
DS Pokemon, the golden era. Bro,
So
this is weird.
are these new Pokemon? Are they going to be worthwhile, or are we just thinking that this is another Sword and Shield expansion? Not really going to do that much.
Another Sword and Shield expansion, a new area, a few extra mons, probably. Some
Hold
little story
on,
there.
we just confirmed we're going to an entirely new like region, which is cool.
Yeah.
They might be doing a little something.
I have
no.
one question. Just one.
No, you cannot F the Pokemon.
No, you
Whoa.
weirdo.
We don't food a Pokemon, all right?
Do they have a dragon evolution yet?
No.
Okay, I'm not buying it. All right.
Oh my
What?
goodness.
Like I was saying, that new Suicune design,
Yeah.
fucking garbage.
It's
Oh my
fine.
god.
Nah, I
It's
think
a
it's
big
garbage.
Lose my boy.
They can coexist. Rick.
No,
No,
they
they
can't.
can't.
No, they can't.
He has to go cancel the entire expansion pack. They
Wait,
fucked
you
with
guys-
Suicune, bro.
So,
Yeah, that
real
Masuda,
quick,
you're done. You're
Wait,
real
done.
quick,
Suicune
have
got a
you
new
guys
design?
seen like the concept art for that everyone thought was better? That was in game already.
Suicune
you're gonna
got
have
a
to show us
paradox. What's
Hold
Suicune
on.
paradox look like?
Hey, yo, they
this
have
shit is
Suicune
ugly.
looking like a retarded dragon now, bro.
Oh
He
my
looks-
god, this
he
is
looks goofy as
gosh.
fuck.
It did look hella weird. When I saw it, I was like, wow.
Fucking
Freaking web
disgusting.
P-files.
How did you fuck this up?
I got excited when I heard Suicune, and then I was like, ugh.
Yeah,
But
exactly. Me
you know the other thing,
too.
Who was asking for that dare Pokemon? Like, I don't know anyone who was like, this is my favorite legendary. Like,
So
It's
this
because they're
is.
trios. That's why.
So wait a minute. This is
Oh.
Suicune, and
Down
the other
the
one's Rayquaza.
no,
No,
the other
no.
one is this weird
Ah.
grass thing.
I thought that was
Virizion.
Rayquaza.
Well, hold on. Put
The
some respect
concept
on
of-
Virizian's name. Hold on. That's black and white. We don't mess with
No,
that
no,
game.
no.
So
That concept
right
art for Suicune looks hella fine, though. That looks good.
Yeah.
The one on the left is supposed to be. That one looks like a combination of Suicune,
Yeah,
Raikou.
those images are in the game. It's like a fusion of them that
Yeah, look at the
apparently
one
just
that
turned into this.
That shit is ugly. What the fuck?
It looks like what happened if it looks like what happened if you gave like
Velociraptor.
it's like if you give a velociraptor like a kilo of cocaine.
I think the point is it's supposed to be a bit weird, right? Like I feel like this is like
It's supposed to be an ancient prehistoric form of sleep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
But
know. This
Suicune's a
doesn't.
dog and this is a
I thought you
dinosaur.
guys made it out seem way worse than that.
It's
Wait,
prehistoric, Q. What do you want?
I don't give a fuck. We have prehistoric shit like Tyranitar. He looks cool. That shit.
I
So-
think he looks fine. You're all mean.
No.
This is
No,
fine.
the color,
I don't know.
the color scheme is also goofy. Like, why you got the little extra red shit on the top? Like, that destroys the whole. Like, no, man.
I'm with Riku.
So-
No.
So wait a
No.
minute.
As a Suicune stan, I disapprove of this.
So wait a minute.
You like the shiny form.
Is this a day one, Ba? Are you downloading this day one? This new
Oh,
expansion?
the DLCs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only because I'm a big Pokemon fan. If not, I would have to wait and see more.
Same, I'm doing for this. But here's the thing, though. These two Pokemon are as well. They're like timed, if I'm correct. Like you can't just get like. Are they?
As far as we know, these two
They're
are in
timed.
the game now, and I think their event ends in like weeks, maybe. I think
Well, that's the thing. So you could potentially not get these. That's the thing as well. Like
you can
have to-
trade them for other people.
Yeah, but that's if you can only catch one of them, can't you? Isn't it?
I don't think so. I think you can catch as many because you
That-
find them in raids.
Yeah, and that's
By
par
chance.
for the course for Pokemon. You know.
So someone can catch multiple of the Pokemon in the raids and send it to other people.
If they want.
Bao, can you catch one for me? Sound it over.
I'm probably not touching the game again until the DLC is out.
My game isn't like I don't have any level 100 Pokemon yet, so I can't catch this shit. So yeah.
All right, so yeah, I guess that's the new Pokemon. They messed up a lot of.
Oh my god.
So, did they fix the performance? Did they give like a patch for Scarlet and Violet or something like
They
that?
did actually do a patch, but I think it was more glitches and not performance.
Okay,
Yeah, they
you know.
don't care. They know the fans don't care whatever they get.
They print money over there, man. Why should they care?
Okay.
I saw some people saying like, "Oh, it runs faster now," but I loaded it back up. It's like, dear God, my eyes. So I don't know.
You see, that's the thing. People look at it and in their mind they think it is. It's running better because they're like, oh, there's a new thing in here.
You're saying Pokemon fans are delusional, Q.
I can
It's
confirm
mental.
to you, it is still minus.
So what
30
I'm hearing
frames.
is
Minus
That's what
30
they are.
frames. Okay.
I can confirm it is still below 30 frames.
All right. Do we have any more topics to talk about, or
I guess Theater Rhythm, if anyone cares to talk about it. That
real
came
quick,
out.
not
real
really?
quick for Shadow.
Oh.
Supposedly, it's rumored that Persona 6 got delayed internally. So
I don't give it.
Was it even officially announced?
It wasn't even
No.
official. It was nothing. That game is still like
analysts ain't
5
gonna
or
do
6
shit.
years old. 6
I mean,
years
they still
away.
haven't given us reserve.
That not Breath of the Wild. Tears of the Kingdom leak, if you care to talk about it.
Not really, but what happened with that?
the entire art book for the collector's edition, like
Yeah,
over 200 pages.
So
leaked.
it's a spoiler. Were you guys not going to get the art book and just look through the art book before you played the game?
People don't know. It's full of spoilers, Shadow. Why would you do that?
I don't know. Like if you're spoiling stuff from the art book, you're gonna look at the art book anyway. So I don't understand artwork before you even play the game. So like, what are you just gonna get the
Well,
art book and not
people-
look at it?
Well, people that don't care for spoilers have looked. Is the thing. A lot of
Okay.
people are avoiding it like the plague.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Like a Dragon Ishin is out. I don't think anyone here.
I don't think anyone here has played it.
I
I-
ordered it.
Mhm.
I'm a lone soldier.
Did you? Oh, so you got it, Gab?
Gab, have you played it?
I didn't pick it up yet, but here's the thing. I beat Yakuza 0. I have Kiwami. My plan was to buy them as I play them. So when
Yeah.
I start Kiwami, I'll buy Kiwami 2. Then I'll start buying some of the other games. I'm also waiting for a sale because they frequently go on sale. Why would I pay full price? It just
Exactly.
doesn't make sense.
And they usually
Sure, a
put it up
massive
on Game
fan.
Pass.
But I
Um,
pre-ordered Ishin because it looked cool and because I want it, and I probably will pick it up within the next month. Maybe.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
do
I'm
want to
with-
get
I'm with-
Ishin as well.
My copy's on the way. I haven't played it yet, though.
I'm not
I'm-
playing it though. It'll sit there and rot
I'm-
for like a year.
I'm doing the same thing as you, Gab. I actually started Yakuza 0 a little bit ago. Been really liking it, and I'm just gonna buy him as I play him because I would also like to play him in order. I did think I wanted to jump ahead to Like a Dragon though, because I wanted to try like the RPG. But I've been really liking Yakuza 0, and this new one looks cool.
I think it's the smartest route to go, I'll be honest. Because I
Hmm.
am interested in the RPG stuff. People say it's awesome. It looks awesome. That's cool. But I wanted to see, like, the roots of it. And I really
Yeah.
loved it. Honestly,
Mhm.
I say it's a really good game. If you're into, like, action RPGs with decent stories.
Yeah, I've
it's
been
good.
I've been liking it. But in terms of like other RP, I don't know if you guys talked about this before I got here, but you want to talk about that Symponia remaster? You
No,
know,
I'm
the
talking about
the
that.
definitive version of the game, guys. The game that they
There's
released.
one thing
Isn't
about
it the
that.
bad one?
There's one thing about that I want to talk about. So the Switch version we know has issues, right? So apparently there's lag issues, which you can fix by taking Estelle out the party.
Oh, Colette, you mean? Yeah.
Colette,
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, not Estelle. Vesperia Definitive Edition was great, guys. Dare I say the best, but
Because apparently her model just causes so much lag if you take her out, it fixes.
dude, I think it's
Wow.
unbelievable that this is the fourth time they re-released Symphonia. And oh no, wait, because PS2. Oh wait, no, yeah, fourth time they re-released it. I think it's just wild that it's like this. Like, why?
I'll tell you, they better not fuck up Abyss. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
why,
please don't fuck
why would
up
they
Abyss.
re-release Abyss? Wait, let's re-release Good Tales games.
Abyss.
Oh,
will-
hold up.
I'm kidding.
Come
I'm kidding.
on.
Yeah,
do
it's,
this right now.
Abyss is okay. But
Why
this-
do I have
this
you in
is-
here?
This Symphonia is like it's just crazy. Like,
Like they have no respect for this game to actually just go in and just
Yeah.
do some stuff for it. So it's just like,
Mm.
we're just gonna put it out there. We'll get a couple of sales and we'll be good with it. So
Sure. Okay, the thing I don't understand about the Symphonia remaster is Bamco said that that's going to be their little test to see if people want Tales remasters.
oh god,
But But no,
This?
here's the thing, though. Vesperia already sold well. So
Yeah.
that already proved that people want Tales remasters. Like, what are they doing?
Why do they need a test when we're not gonna get a new game for like another 6 years?
I think Tales fans have made it very clear that they want re-releases because every time we get those stupid little journalists that are like, the Tales developers say they're very interested in getting re-releases. Like for like the 5th time, everyone always gets excited. Everyone bought Vesperia, and I mean everyone's played Symphonia. The 4 times they re-released that game, people keep buying it. How many times are we gonna prove it? I'm over it.
Yeah, I hate to see it.
How I feel.
All right, so another Tales of remaster, just it's terrible. You hate to see
Also,
it.
why was it Symphonia? Why wasn't it like Abyss or it's Xillia, right?
Or literally anything besides Symphonia. That would have been great.
why wasn't it-
Symphonia has that FF7 syndrome.
I would have took.
Yeah.
I would have took
Symphonia is
Grace's.
a lot of people's favorite. Not mine, but it is a lot of people's
Because
favorite.
it's a lot of people's only one they played.
GameCube
It's the only one that
It
keeps
was
getting
class on-
released.
It was class on the GameCube. I'm just saying, on the GameCube.
It's a great game.
It is.
Yeah.
It is for sure. Yeah.
I think if there's any Tales of games that deserve like a full-blown remake, it is Fantasia and Symphonia.
Yeah.
First-
I can agree with that.
What about
I don't know.
Innocent never came over here. They could
Innocent's
come back.
gotta
Yeah,
be-
I want the ones that
Innocence
are
could get
Japan
a port,
exclusive.
but I don't think it deserves a remake. Like I said, I'm talking about the ones that deserve a remake, like a full-blown
Innocence
I
has
think
to be already.
Symphonia holds up personally. Like I played
No.
it a few years ago and I'm like, this is still good. Like it's definitely more restrictive than a lot of the newer games, but I do think there's still like good methodical combat to it. I still had a lot of fun. The story holds up exceptionally well. Like I think there maybe some of the older 2D ones, I would like them to get the Destiny DC treatment where they keep their 2D-ness, but in a more modernized way. But that might be wishful thinking.
Okay. All right, so they're gonna bring Abyss back, and it's gonna be amazing. So we
Oh
can just
my
get this
God.
dog water out of here.
It's gonna have mediocre gameplay, and everyone's gonna be like, "Yo, the story though, hold on."
Nah, man. You know that probably will happen when the Abyss finally comes back. People will realize that the gameplay isn't
not that good.
Isn't as good as we thought it was.
Hold on now, Zayfer. You probably played with one person, so you
Look,
think it's
why do I gotta play with friends to make it good?
Because that's what this battle system is based
What
on.
do you mean?
I need to find friends to play
You
with this.
can't
first.
use field of phonons with AI. They're stupid.
Those field of foe. Me. Oh, sorry.
Ah, man, we can't. No Abyss slander out here in these streets.
Hey, story's great. That's everyone always praises the story. And it's good.
I'm just saying, I played Abyss by myself and I loved it. Right, so I don't know about the rest of you. Like,
It's a good game.
solo.
It's
It
a
was
great
great.
game. Yeah.
It was exceptional solo.
Hold on. Whoa.
Top
Slow
one
down.
Tales of game.
Oh my god.
Big facts.
I loved it by myself. I can't imagine. I did play it with friends, but I wasn't the person like the first controller, so it was kind of lame to me. Like I had to wait for them to move us to places. That was
So
Oh,
wait
yeah,
a
you
minute.
weren't on Overworld.
Hold on, Zafe. What's your favorite Tales of game?
Vesperia. It's got good combat and a good story. It's crazy.
Vesperia is class. It's class.
Top three.
Yeah, top
Top
three
one?
for
I
sure.
got some bad news, guys.
What happened?
So,
I liked Zestiria.
Oh man.
We all know why you like Zestiria.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it Saray Mikleo?
Yep.
is it the same reason? Does Lady Pelvic like that too?
Yeah, she likes it
He
too.
does.
She she doesn't like Zestiria. She likes that dynamic.
Man.
Mm.
I like the
She likes that
dynamic,
couple.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about the rest of the game?
I could not stand those two.
The ending was pretty alright, but it felt a bit button mashy to me.
The
but,
game
you
was
know.
an insult to everything I love about it.
Talk to
What
him.
about
They had
I
to-
also-
Talk to him, Bob.
They talk about Zestiria the way I talk about Dynasty Warriors 9.
So the first time you do a Mystic Art in that game, I vividly remember just turning off the game in disgust.
It is pretty bad. The music, they tried to go for those like graces, like short, snappy, flashy ones, but they
Yep.
missed the mark.
Yep.
Okay, here's another one. Okay, I liked Arise.
That's a great game, right, guys?
Yeah, I like it.
Issues.
What?
But still good.
What's a good game?
Arise, Tales of Arise, right?
What was that? Which
yeah.
Tales of game?
The latest century.
Come on, I say this. Tales of Arise gameplay wise, I think was good, but the I think the HP sponge that comes with the enemies of you just swing all that time kind of hurt it just a little bit. But you actually doing the attacks, I think all of that felt smooth. I think everyone's biggest complaint is obviously the DLC
arts and all of that.
Well, DLC arts is like fine if you don't like know about them. Like you're not gonna care. That's like something you like have to look for it to be upset about. You know?
If you're on the internet, you knew about them.
Yeah.
I didn't know about them.
I knew about them and I was like, whatever. I mean, they're not in my game. Who cares? Like,
but additionally, outside of just not just the the DLC arts, but like all of the consumables that the game heavily relied on, the CP system, and them basically trying to starve you out of
well, I loved the CP. I thought that was a really fun resource management. I thought it was great. I'd love to see that back because like it actually made me think. Because like in other Tales games, there's so many like mechanics. There's so many mechanics you can like abuse in older Tales games. It's nice to actually be able to like think like maybe I won't heal. Maybe I'll just try and like beat this guy low health because I don't have enough CP to go around. I like that resource management stuff.
Your AI was dumb if you let
AI is terrible. I agree.
You know what would have fixed that if I could play with my damn friends, and you know what they removed.
Oh my god! Okay,
you were right on all those fronts.
It's such a big feature. Like I know no one that plays this game.
No, it's a big. I think
it is a big feature if you play it. Most people haven't tried it. Is the issue.
Yeah, when you try it, it's like changes the game. It's like a whole different game. Yeah, it's multiplayer and Tales goes crazy
with someone like for like 40 hours though.
Because it's like you're watching an anime or something. You know, it's like something you chip away at. You know, you play a little bit, do a dungeon.
Is that really that strange, Devil? Like, have you never seen like people on stream with like a friend next to them or significant other?
It's very strange. Nobody plays Tales of co-op. You guys are weird. You guys make me sick.
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, it doesn't seem that common to me.
No, it's not common. It's not common at all.
Common. You can. It's something people can genuinely pick up and stuff, and then like they'll get to learn like the combo system and all that. Like I would have friends come over and we just like do runs of the EX dungeon of Vesperia.
Yeah, but does your friend sit with you through the whole story and while you like doing random shit in the
town? Sometimes you know, like they're.
I don't understand why that's so weird to you.
That's not weird at all. Yeah,
I guess I don't have friends.
You just not have friends over while you play games.
Yeah,
not for 40 hours.
All right, guys. All right, people. All right, people. You're all crazy. All right.
Have you tried the Shadow?
No, I haven't tried. I don't need to try it, okay?
Look at that. Look at that.
Oh my God.
I don't need to try it.
Things he hasn't tried. The Shadow Elite ML.
Oh my God.
I'm surprised in this day and age, Tales of doesn't have a online story campaign.
I'm surprised too. I think it's about time we have something like that.
Because the way you guys talk about couch co-op, you make it seem like this significant feature that was.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was not.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? I'm going to give you that, right? I'm going to give you that. And what I'm saying, like I said, all I'm saying is that they should definitely capitalize on that and make the next Tales of game at least gives the player the ability. You know games like A Way Out and
It Takes Two.
Where you have a single player game and you can allow someone that doesn't have the game to play the game that you have cooperatively.
Yeah, like DS download play.
Yeah, I'm surprised Tales of hasn't done something like that with the way you guys are talking about.
Yeah, with the way they're talking about it, they're like the 1% people that actually care about it. Anyway, we got a super chat.
We only have one from Ricardo Belmont, $5. Arise gave us great value Sephiroth. I mean, the Water Lord.
Yo, those villains in Arise were weak sauce. What was that?
Basically, he's like store brand Sephiroth, basically, for the most part.
Don't even compare him to Sephiroth. Are you kidding me?
Wait, what character are we talking about?
What's the guy name in
Don't even remember his name.
I don't remember his name.
His name is
be real with you.
Oh, Voron.
Arise?
Yeah.
The fake final boss, but not really final boss.
Yeah.
No spoiler.
They really do a good job on him. All right. Okay, guys. I think that's all the topics we got for tonight. If we want to wrap this up, let's go to our outros here. Riku?
Riku's the only one, people. Thank you for coming out. Hit that like button. You guys being a little petty earlier, hitting no, but not the like button. Let's stop that. The algorithm is like the craziest boss in all of in any JRPG that Shadow has to fight, and help him fight the power. Okay, help him fight the power. And hopefully we'll have more podcast studies around this time. I think this is a bet. How do you guys feel about this time that Shadow decided to go with for the HPMP podcast? Let us know. Maybe we'll stick to this or go back to what we originally had.
Yeah, go on Twitter, use hashtag HPMP.
God. Oh my
Do that if you
God.
want. Do that if you want. I'm not saying do that. Do that if you want. But yes.
Devil.
Yeah, another great episode. Glad to be back. I've been missing for a while, and yeah, I've been missing on my channel too. But don't worry, got a review cooking up. Let's just say that I assure you it'll be worth the wait. Other than that, guys, thanks for tuning in for another episode. Leave a like before you leave, and yeah, y'all have a good one.
There's a super chat, Devil. You might as well read it one time.
Here's another one. Sephiroth at home from Jam Cal.
Yeah, we have Sephiroth at home.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, we have Sephiroth on. We have Sephiroth. No, we have Sephiroth. Oh, this is Sephiroth at home. It's terrible. Who is next? Q?
Yes, your Band of Dreams here. I know I haven't really been putting out a lot of content recently. I did mention in the podcast I've had a bit of burnout. I wasn't even home for a whole, I think, week or two, so no streams from me that time I was gone. But I will be streaming. Well, today for me because it's midnight already, but tomorrow for you guys, Monday at 6 p.m. GMT. So if you guys want to check me out, go over on Twitch, Simply Binge on Twitch, and I will be live. I'm not sure what I'm streaming yet, but it's gonna be something good. I'm sure of it. So yeah, thanks for popping by. This was great. I had a good time. La-di-da, swiddle, swiddle. See you guys in the next one. Peace.
All right. Safe?
Thanks for having me on, guys. I'm really bummed I was late this time, but I'll try not to let it happen again. Be sure to check out my channel, guys. I'm trying to upload every other week, and next video is going to be about the first Soccer Wars game. I've been really getting into that series, so yeah, I'm thinking of changing my approach to content creation. I'm not sure how I'll go about it, but for now, I'm trying to upload every other week. And thanks for having me here. I had a great time.
All right. Who's up next? Greatness?
Thanks for having me on. What was it? Make sure you keep an eye out for that. We're gonna be blessed with one of the greatest games in the next couple of years. Kingdom Hearts 4. That's coming out.
Oh
that's
God.
gonna be amazing. Skill issue, Shadow. Anyway, it's gonna be amazing. Yeah.
Why did I bring you on? Bob?
Because
So as I was saying, co-op in the Tales series is the most distinguishing feature from other RPGs. And with that,
yes.
Let it go, Bow. Let it go.
coming out to another HP MP. No, what is really the kicker here? They're like, oh, we can't put freaking co-op in Tales of Arise, blah blah blah. Modders added back like week 1, fucking liars. Anyways, so thank you for coming out to another HP MP podcast. We appreciate you, and we hope you have a good night.
All right, Gab?
Thanks for having me on. It's always fun to come talk JRPGs.
All right. And is that everybody before did I do Riku? I did Riku. All right, so yeah.
Riku's on one, but it's second outro. Thank you, everybody. We'll be out here, you know what I'm saying? All right, go ahead.
All right, guys, as I said, be sure to hit the like button on the way out if you haven't already. Content will be returning on a regular basis, hopefully. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Later. So can we talk about the fact that Greatness was hyping up freaking Bleach out of all the big three?
Oh, man.
Bleach fan, Kingdom Hearts fan. Like,
Yes,
whoa,
sir.
bro, please hit once, please.
I don't miss. What are you talking about? I never miss. All I hear is Kino.
Wait, no.
Fire, Peak Fiction. What are you talking about?
Hold on, Bob. Are we saying that the new Bleach anime wasn't that great? Is that what we're saying?
No.
If it's adapting the manga, which sucked, then yes.
Ooh.
all he's saying,
pretty it looks.
all he's saying, it ain't no Tales co-op, Like
Okay.
it ain't no Tales
Okay.
co-op. Come on
Okay.
now.
It's not Greatness.
Ooh.
Actually,
Bleach is
It's okay.
Substance.
It's okay. It's
style
okay.
over substance. There's no substance to that thing.
Oh, I know the freaking Dragon Ball fans are talking about substance.
Oh, man.
Yo, that Naruto though? Hold on.
Naruto had substance in the first part, then it lost it. So
So Naruto lost it, but Bleach didn't?
Nope.
Wow.
Oh.
Crazy. Did you
You
read
know
the
we're
manga?
still live, right, Shadow?
Did you read the manga?
Kind of.
We are
Yes,
live.
actually, I read the manga and I read the the light novels.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
completion, and you the whole time you were just like every week like, oh my god, peak fiction, perfect.
Well, I mean, it's still not better than Yu Hakusho. That's my favorite.
I was about to say, if you say Yu
Right.
Hashiko was trash, I was like, all right, you're done.
But no, I like Bleach. If I were to choose my other big three, my favorite still it's One Piece, then Bleach, then Naruto. But I
Ace,
really
that's
like
why you're
That's
not
the thing,
invited
you-
to the After Dark podcast.
This is why. Look at Ace in the chat.
Ace
You were
got it.
good. You were good on One Piece, and then you said Bleach in second.
Mm,
Hopeless.
Ace is all types of different.
Wait, what?
This man said One Piece is trash as well.
Man, this man likes nothing.
Ace is a Naruto fan. This is why I don't respect him. This is what I'm talking about. Like I don't
Oh,
respect him.
So you telling you don't respect Salazar Naruto as well?
Oh, listen. Naruto was a really interesting story, and then it got fucked up. But I'm not gonna blame all of it on Kishimoto. Some of it is on Jump, but it's still no.
Let's hear a lot of excuses, man. Must not be that good.
I thought Naruto was better than Bleach, honestly.
Nah,
And that's despite the fact that that's despite the fact I thought Naruto actually did get worse at coming down to the end. But my problem with Bleach, it keeps repeating the same story beat over and over. It was repetitive as frack. And
No, I have an unbeatable argument for why Bleach is the last of them.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
The other two do not have an arc that even the creator is like, this is so bad, I have to end it early.
Oh shit!
Mhm.
That's not what happened. But go
That
ahead.
is true. That is true.
That's not what happened.
Bow,
Is
pull the
it?
files up, Bow, pull the fives. I know you got the receipt somewhere.
Oh man.
I mean, I've read it was some interview where when they adapted it, he wanted to make a lot of changes because he just wasn't like happy with the way it was executed in the manga. So he wasn't happy with it. That, yes, I can't confirm to you. But it was also trash and it kind of got rushed.
Didn't he just plan to do like a short series and they forced him to do more and he just kept he had no story ready for that? It was
Hey, all I'm saying is
the story was hurried because Kubo prematurely ended Bleach due to his failing health. That's why he ended it the way he did. Similar to Yu Hakusho. That's why Yu Hakusho manga ended the way it did.
now wait a minute. Wait,
Excuse the fact that it sucks.
Wait a
But it
minute.
doesn't suck though.
Didn't Bleach get canceled?
No, it did not get canceled.
Oh no, man.
Kind of pinched the nerve there, Shadow.
No, it did not get canceled.
Oh, no.
Hold up, chat. Did Bleach get canceled? Did it not get canceled? I heard it was
Oh,
getting
it's still
canceled.
live.
Yeah, it's still alive.
So, the world needs to see this verbal ass.
Yo, we this man like the sword versus 1,000 Heartless.
Yeah, and I win every time. So let's get into it. Yeah, let's
we
go.
on critical. Nah, you.
Yeah, the critical level 1. I do those runs all the time. Babe. What's up?
Okay, all right.
Critical level 1's not hard actually.
Okay, all right. Let's slow down.
No,
It definitely
not-
is hard.
Okay, if we're talking about KH1 critical level 1, I still haven't beaten that shit. But level
Fake fan. There's no critical in KH1. Crazy, we got him. Caught live too. That's wild. You saw
critical
chat.
level 1,
You saw
the same
chat.
shit, bro.
Oh my! And you can't do level 1 without doing some weird stuff because you get experience before the pause menu.
Yes, you
Why do I
can.
know
Yes,
more
you
about
can.
Kingdom Hearts
You-
1 than you?
Oh,
No, you can run off into the
crazy.
No, you can run off into
Wow.
You know, I
Wow.
did. You know what's crazy? I thought Zephyr and Greatness would be two niggas that would mostly get along, but they clashing like goddamn Naruto characters. Right
No, because like you can run off. What was it? You can run off until like the when the game starts. You can actually run off and like actually pause it to.
You know the tricks. You know the tricks.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. But I still haven't. But like KH1 is probably still honestly the hardest Kingdom Hearts game for me.
It's
but
also
first-
the second best in the series, right, guys?
First Kingdom Hearts game.
First Kingdom Hearts, second best. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 1. This is right behind
No,
KH2.
no.
It's crazy.
No.
Kingdom Hearts-
What was it?
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. Greatness is a freaking Chain of Memories hater.
Oh, well, I mean, Chain of Memories is bad, so. I mean,
No, okay. My issue with Chain of Memories was mainly that, like, when they remade it, they could have done better with the card system to make it more in line with, say, KH2
yeah.
instead of KH1.
My problem with Chain of Memories is that the game isn't bad, but you know.
Like, I feel that
Keep taking
I feel like
shots
the
at each
card
other.
system. I feel like the card system worked better in GBA, not so much as it did better in the PS2 version.
Can we just agree
But-
that Kingdom Hearts is just trash? Like, can we
It's got
just
3
agree-
good games.
Yeah,
Kingdom
whatever.
Hearts 1,
Okay,
2,
I
and
understand,
3.
Shadow.
Whoa! Birth by Sleep was good.
Okay, yeah, it has like 2 good games. Kingdom Hearts 2 and Birth by Sleep. I'll say that.
It's
Birth
funny.
by, guys,
It was
It's
crazy.
fine.
I
I
thought Birth by
enjoyed
Sleep was
Dream.
whack.
I enjoyed Dream Drop Distance.
It's funny because
Birth by
most people
Sleep
hate.
killed my interest in the series.
Birth
I
by
used to
Sleep is
be a bigger fan.
whack. Yeah, I thought that.
What?
Nah, Birth by Sleep was great.
There you
I
go.
don't know. What's wrong with y'all?
Oh man, following 3 dumb protagonists
I grew
in
up-
a
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
command
whoa, whoa.
deck battle system with
Put
no
some
flow,
respect
no
on
weight,
Aqua's name. How you
all
gonna say
flat.
that?
Man, Aqua, crazy how even with Aqua, we still don't have any good female Kingdom Hearts characters. Like, can we get one?
Damn.
Like, can we get
It's really not.
They Kyrie's lame, Namine's lame, Shion's
No,
the worst
yo,
in
yo,
the
yo,
series.
whoa, Nominee is top tier, okay?
Oh my, you cap.
We love Nominee over
Oh
here,
my
okay? She's a
God.
nice,
I
wholesome
think
blonde girl.
Lark
She did
Scene- I
nothing
think Lark
wrong.
Scene is pretty neat.
Yeah, why do you think she's neat, huh?
Because honestly, she's one of the few members of an organization where when she speaks, I am not immediately like, I want to choke this person. But yeah.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts write a good villain challenge.
No, I think
Well,
Xemnas
I
is
thought
pretty-
Xemnas was good.
I
But
was gonna say Xemnas was
then
pretty
again,
fucking
Kingdom
great.
Hearts 2 is the best one. So
Facts.
Kingdom Hearts 2 is the best one. Stop.
dare I say one of the
Yeah.
greatest
Kingdom
games
Hearts
ever
2,
the best.
well, let me
Yeah.
rephrase that now. Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, right?
made.
Kingdom Hearts
Final Mix
Final
is
Mix.
good. You know,
That one.
if the series ended at 2, I'd be satisfied. I thought 2
Yeah.
would have been a good
think
place to
yeah.
stop.
I
Just
think-
take out that after credits at the after credits secret ending and just end it there.
Actually, yeah,
Like, honestly,
you're
if
right.
you-
I think I replayed 2 like a couple years back. I was like,
Two still hold
this
up.
is fine. Like,
I
they
think-
could have ended it here. Like, what's the
I
problem?
think 2
Yeah.
only works as an ending point if you take out the ending credit scene, you take out Zigbard's line with Sora, you also take out
No,
What
don't
was
even
that?
take out Zigbar's line. You know, like some
Mm.
mysteries don't gotta be solved. Like
I mean, yeah, some of them don't have to be solved, but that one in particular is like very fucking weird because it's like, why is an organization member, why does he know what other Keyblade members are
gives
like?
you something to think about. You know,
Like
But
I
the
think,
series-
like for example, I think like in KH1 they did that intrigue better because like this might sound kind of crazy. Like other Disney characters knew about the Keyblade, but it kind of made sense for them to know about it because the characters in question were like a literal omnipotent magical genie and underwater sea god. So it kind of makes
Mhm.
so it kind of makes sense for like primordial beings to know what a Keyblade is. Whereas like someone like Zigbar, it's like, what do you mean by that? But yeah, I mean, if they had just taken out those things, 2 probably would have been the best place to end the series.
Yeah.
Honestly, if they just ended, I would say within what?
just like you said, like sometimes let a good thing end, right?
Oh, is this After Dark? Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I
mean-
so yeah, we all know Kingdom Hearts fell off and Bleach has always been trash. Okay.
No, it hasn't, but it's okay. Skill issue on both of those parts. And
How
that
the hell
was
is
the
it
first
still
time
issue on
reading.
Bleach?
I think
Huh?
we can all agree that Bleach is trash.
No, it's
That's
not.
the fact.
No, it's not.
You know.
It's okay.
Mhm.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Who's your favorite character in
Naruto
Bleach?
fan. Naruto fan. Naruto was a story about, yeah, man, you can if you work hard enough, you can, do things, but it's like,
And it was
actually, no.
great. I believed it.
Naruto actually is Ninja Space Jesus. That's what he is, actually.
And it's
So-
dope. And it's dope.
What is Ichigo? What is Ichigo?
Ichigo's
Oh, man.
message, okay, but Bleach's message wasn't.
He is Quincy.
Oh,
got a
yeah,
big
yeah,
board
that's
before he
true.
made a good character.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Oh yeah. Great. Explain that. He's everything. He is
Okay,
Ichigo's
okay,
literally
if you
everything,
let me
and Naruto is
speak,
too.
If you let me speak, but the point of Bleach wasn't about being like, oh, Ichigo wasn't trying to be the best Soul Reaper. He wasn't saying if I work hard enough, I can be that wasn't the point of Bleach. Naruto's point was if you work hard enough, you can change your station in life or whatever and all this other extra shit. But
Yeah.
no, it wasn't.
Yeah, he did that.
And he did. So what I'm hearing is
No,
Naruto.
but no, because Naruto's training, all his training was due to literal. Now, I'm not even like trying to be joking because I really actually hate this word, but it literally straight up was due to nepotism. Like I hate this word, but I had to say it because he was the son of the 4th Hokage. He was related to the 1st Hokage and the 2nd Hokage and the 5th Hokage. He had the 9-tailed fox in him. He was the reincarnation of the Sage of Six Paths son. Like the dude was like destined for like literal greatness. I know.
Most of that didn't come into play during his training.
He was already putting in the work.
He worked hard to master the Rasengan. He worked hard to master Sage Mode.
True. He learned that the
he
Shadow
was
Clone
only-
Jutsu
that's
all on
another
his
thing.
own.
He was only able to even master that stuff that fast, mainly because the Nine-Tailed Fox incited
Oh
him.
my!
So
All
these
these excuses.
I don't know about that.
crazy.
The Fox wanted to kill him. The Fox
No,
wanted to
the
kill him to
only
get out.
person, the only person who actually lives up to that whole work hard shit was Rock Lee. He actually embodied that.
Yeah,
not Naruto.
where'd he go in Shippuden? Where'd
Yeah,
he
and
go?
that's another problem.
Where'd he go?
And that's another problem.
It's
And that's another
amazing.
problem.
It's- It's amazing how you're going all in about Naruto, right? And all I said was the whole thing with Bleach is Ichigo is everything.
I
and
know.
they decided to trash Naruto instead of explaining the fact that Bleach is weak writing. It's just it's weak
Okay,
writing.
okay, no. Okay, so what's your issue with Bleach's writing?
It's not good.
Aizen as a whole.
Here's the thing: as a whole, Bleach's first season, quality. That first arc, splendid.
Okay,
After that, it's
here's my
trash.
issue with Aizen. I like smart villains. If you're smart to the point where you manipulated the main character's birth into existence, like that's a bit much.
Yeah.
It's
I didn't know you did that.
Here's the thing about Bleach, all right? It's because y'all want to hear the true slander I have for Bleach. Then let's get
Let's
into
hear
it.
it,
Okay?
Riku.
As a Saint Seiya fan,
Oh,
God.
I disapprove of the existence of Bleach. So Tite Kubo admitted that yes, he's a big Saint Seiya fan. And majority of the stuff that he created for Bleach was directly ripped from either Saint Seiya or Yu Yu Hakusho. When you look at the very first arc of Bleach, the one that everybody jacks off until their fucking skin off their dick comes off, the Soul Society arc, yes, it was a good arc. But why the fuck was the arc good? Because it was basically just a ripped arc of Saint Seiya's Sanctuary arc. In regards to the Gold Saints, that was just the captains in fucking Bleach. In regards to Ichigo running past all of these super strong captains to get to Rukia, that's just Seiya running past the Gold Saints in the Sanctuary to get to Athena. The entire fucking arc was word for word, blow for blow, ripped entirely from Saint Seiya. And then we get to the next arc of Bleach, which is the Hueco Mundo arc, the next big one that everyone either likes or that's where they fell off. That's just fucking the Yu Yu Hakusho Hades, not the Hades arc, the Yu Yu that's a combination of the Hades arc in Saint Seiya and the Yu Yu Hakusho arc with the chapter Black arc, where Seiya goes to Hades, hell, and he fights Hades down there, and he's going up against the Hades' people down there, and in regards to that, in comparing them to the Iran cards, it's basically the same thing down there. And in regards to the biggest fight down there with Ichigo versus Ukiura, that's just Yusuke when he was fighting Shinobu Sensui. Once again, blow for blow, word for word, the entire fight,
bar for bar.
The entire fight happened the same way. Yusuke fights Shinobu Sensui and he dies and gets resurrected by a supernatural being within him. Ichigo fights Ukiura, dies and gets revived by a supernatural force within him. Both of those supernatural forces take over the person and gives them a shit ton of hair, and they go and beat the shit out of their opponent without their will.
So you're saying Bleach just rips off everything? Is that what you're saying?
You do know that's like a trope of just like shonen stuff, right? That's
Tell me,
No.
I know that's a trope,
bro.
but not to that exact.
Also,
extreme.
also in the case of like Hueco Mundo, like okay, so the thing about Hueco Mundo is it's not hell. There actually is hell in Bleach. That's actually what the supposed next arc is supposed to be.
It's not that. You
fucking
see, that's the
crap.
thing. I think you're misunderstanding what he's saying.
You missed my
right?
point.
He's not saying take it literal word for word, right?
Yeah.
He's saying the story beats of it is a ripoff of the story beats of other shows. That's what he's trying to say.
And
I'm saying that it's so you can say it's a trope, sure, but the fact that it's so I'm talking about the story beats are so damn close to what it's quote unquote inspired by. At this point, it's fucking ripping off that I just can't respect it, right? And then past the arcs that people even respect, those arcs which are those the arcs after Hueco Mundo, the ones that are supposed to be more unique to what Tite Kubo has going on. Those are the parts where people say, I don't give a fuck about Bleach anymore. So what you're trying to tell me is that the stuff that he was ripping off are the stuff that you niggas are defending, and the shit that he actually did go ahead and crib on his own mostly are the shit that you niggas don't really fuck with? Man, get out of here.
Wait, pause, because Soul Society and Huecamundo aren't my favorite arcs. My favorite arcs are...
I'm talking about of people who defend Bleach.
So
Those are, even with Q here, who says he doesn't fuck with Bleach, he was willing to defend the Soul Society arc.
Oh yeah, I don't actually like Soul Society that much.
So
really. I mean, well, I don't hate it, but like it's not my favorite arc.
My
favorite arc
is you like trash greatness. That's basically what.
No, my favorite arc. No, my favorite arc in Bleach. One of my favorite arcs in Bleach was actually what was it? The fucking.
If this man says the full brain arc.
Instead of tell me it's that one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wait, what'd you say? I can't hear you.
If you say the full brain arc.
Actually, I did look for brain arc.
Oh man! Oh God!
Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why I like the full brain arc?
Go ahead.
One of my main issues with
Blake, welcome to the Bleach slander.
No,
Greatness is trying to defend Bleach.
Oh wait,
he says
why
Naruto is worse.
Wait, 2, 4, 6.
This is
Gab's
the
here too.
This
What
is the
happened? Why
after
is
show.
everyone
We're
here?
still live. Continue.
We're
Greatness.
still.
Because it's smashed, bro. Everyone's here except for Lady Pump.
Who let Greatness back in? I mean, hi, Greatness.
Anyway. No, but the thing I liked about the only thing I liked about the Fullbring arc is because it was one of them arcs like it was more of like a character. It was kind of like more of a character like examination of Ichigo, which is something I was like, that's something the series generally just hasn't had that much, and I thought that was cool as opposed to just constantly fighting all the time. And that's one of the main issues I've always had with Bleach, and it's a lot of shonen stuff in general. It's like it'll be a lot of fighting, and it's like, don't get me wrong, I know that shonen as a genre is like supposed to be like, like overly action stuff, but you can still have stuff that's like, I guess, like kind of takes a look at the characters, and I thought that was cool. Also, the way it was written kind of was similar to like a horror scenario, because like Tsukishima was pretty much turning all of Ichigo's like, family and friends like against him, and it wasn't just something that he could just like punch his way through. Like it was like, fuck, like what do I do about this? And I was like, I thought that was just kind of cool, as opposed to just
these are cool
like,
ideas, but the execution was ass.
I don't think that
I can give you that. These are nice ideas, but the execution was not good.
I know another idea I thought Bleach did that was really cool, and I wish it was actually canon. What was the arc where the Zanpakuto actually came alive?
Yeah, the Zanpakuto Rebellion arc. I wish that was canon.
Yeah, that was filler.
I felt like that was an arc that should have been canon and should have been like a legit thing, because
to catch Blake up on the Naruto slander, Greatness thinks Naruto himself as a character was handed everything because of his genes,
I mean, he kind of was.
Uzumaki and
reincarnation. The reincarnation of Space Jesus. Yeah, kind of.
Boruto was literally handed everything.
I mean, okay, I watch father like son.
I'm not even watching Boruto.
Like father like son nepotism. Okay.
And what?
Oh, right.
All right, I think I'll end the stream. Later, chat.
Bye, chat.
Remember to subscribe to West Town HD. Thanks, guys. Bye.